Tempe, Arizona, it's Cactus League Baseball, Spring Training 2009. And the fans arriving to a great day in the desert. Beautiful weather. Today, it's the American League West champion Angels and the Chicago White Sox. Hi, everybody. Steve Physiak with Rex Hudler, and the Angels have just 6 spring training games left. They have already set the franchise record with most wins, 22, best record in baseball, and their manager, Mike Scioscia, says it's all about depth.
That's right. It has been his philosophy for the last 10 years, Fizz, that he's been the skipper. But however, this year, man, he brought in 7 Major League outfielders. He had 9 catchers. 4 of those have Major League experience. A good-looking infield, the middle infielders as well. But pitching is the main concern this spring for Mike, and the depth will be counted on as the season starts.
Well, how about Vladimir Guerrero? They brought him along slowly, and yet they still have had this great offensive success.
Oh, you know what? Those 22 wins has all been done without Big Daddy Vladdy. But yesterday, he's getting back in that lineup. He had 2 doubles. He's looking good, Fizz. He lost 20 pounds. I mean, a lot of weight has been taken off that sore knee. He had it surgically repaired. But Big Daddy Vladdy's swinging the bat better than he ever has.
Guerrero in the lineup today as the Angels take on the American League Central champion, Chicago White Sox. And the fans waiting. We're calling home saying, hey, Southern California, put me on TV. Angels and White Sox next.
One of my competitors says you can have it your way. Really? Good luck ordering breakfast after 11 a.m. Let's talk about my way.
Yeah.
My way means you can order anything on the menu any time of day, whether it's a burger for breakfast or French toast sticks at midnight. Other places won't let you do that. And hey, if I'm saying something that's not true, do something about it.
Prime Ticket has brought Southern California viewers the best in high school sports for over a decade. Now, along with Farmers Insurance, we're proud to honor athletes that are standouts on and off the field of play. The Farmers Insurance Student Athlete Citizen Award recognizes kids who maintain a GPA of 2.5 or above and take part in extracurricular involvement such as community service. Congratulations to Stephanie Escobedo from Upland Christian High School on being named Farmers Student Athlete.
That's crazy.
Weber grills. Espresso brown. Incredible.
Yeah. Choice deck. No staining, no sealing.
Spring starts at Lowe's. Time to get everything you need to start living outdoors again.
That's amazing. And they coordinate with the seat cushions.
And it's all at everyday low prices. Guaranteed. Lowe's. Let's build something together.
The better we breathe, the better we perform. The Infiniti V-Vel engine creates more power using less fuel. Nothing breathes like it. Nothing performs like it. Available on the Infiniti G Sedan and G Coupe, named one of Car and Driver's 10 Best for 2009.
Brought to you locally by Dewey's TV and Home Appliances in San Clemente. Proudly serving the South Coast since 1950.
Here's a hefty deal, the $5.99 Chicken Walk Combo. One of our freshly walked chicken entrees, plus your choice of appetizer and rice and a regular drink. Now only $5.99. No one walks a combo like pickup sticks.
Welcome back to Tempe Diablo Stadium. Angels baseball. The White Sox at 14-16-1 this spring. The Angels, the best record in the bigs, 22-6-1. And here's a look at the Chicago lineup. Dwayne Wise will lead things off. Will be followed by new second baseman Chris Getz. Then Carlos Quentin out of Stanford University. And, of course, Jim Thome. How about his power? Strong man. 541 career home runs. Dye, Konerko, Pierzynski, Ramirez, and Fields round out the White Sox lineup. And on the mound for the Angels will be Jered Weaver, the tall right-hander from Long Beach State, All-American there. In spring, he is 2-1 with a rather high ERA, but he's still rounding into shape. And Mike Scioscia said his stuff is getting crisper every single time out.
Oh, no doubt. The numbers are always going to be a little bit elevated in spring training because early on they just throw mainly fastballs to try to gauge the fastball. But lately Weaver's been bringing in his curveball and his changeup. It's been very effective.
He will face Dwayne Wise to lead things off. Wise, a 31-year-old outfielder out of Columbus, South Carolina.
A little bit cooler today, 72 degrees.
I like it. Weaver's next pitch, a fastball that dots the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Weaver last year had a brilliant spring, going 5-0 with a 1.37 ERA. But in the clubhouse, he was telling me, he goes, I don't want to win the spring training award this year. I just want to get ready for the regular season.
Well, that's a sign he's becoming a veteran. He understands now that it's not about impressing, even though as a young pitcher he wanted to. Now, see, as you evolve, you realize it's all about just getting in shape, and none of these spring stats count anyway.
Wise hits it pretty well. Matthews broke in, then has to go back. It's up against the wall, and Dwayne will have second base. A leadoff double for the Chicago White Sox center fielder.
They defending this afternoon here at Tempe Diablo is we see the infield and the outfielders. Most of those guys are, and they're going to be that starting lineup here come April 6th. You got Morales, who looks good over there at first base. The middle combination, Ibar, Kendrick. Figgy's getting figgy with it. Abreu in left field. That's a new sight for the Angel fans. Tory Hunter and Matthews in right. Big Daddy's going to be the DH today.
Now Weaver will face Chris Getz. And Getz breaks his bat and lines it foul. This is a guy they think is going to be their second baseman to open this season. A young guy out of Wake Forest University and the University of Michigan. And Rex, he's having a solid spring, hitting .333 last year, .286 in a brief stay in the major leagues, but hit .302 at AAA.
No, he's going to be a new player this year for them, and it's welcome. He's got a little speed. He handles the bat pretty well, and he bats left-handed, which is good in that second spot right now that Ozzie Guillen has him in to protect Wise or whoever they have that's going to lead off for them. They don't really know exactly who their leadoff hitter is going to be at this point.
Their coaches were telling me that he's the most advanced hitter in the system, and that's why they like him.
Well, in my prediction today, Fizz, it's going to be a lot of offense. The wind's blowing out a little bit today, and should be a lot of scoring.
Getz got one on his hands and lifts it high in the air. Matthews under it. Wise will tag, and he will go to third base as Gary brings the throw to Howie Kendrick. So 1 out, man at third, and Jered Weaver will be tested early.
And that's exactly what Ozzie Guillen wants. Man gets on second base, do all you can if you're the second base batter to get him over, whether it's on the ground or in the air there. And now Scioscia's going to bring his infielders in to try to keep the Sox off the board here early.
Tough guy to keep off the board with Carlos Quentin. I mean, last year, Rex, before breaking his hand, this guy was one of the leading candidates for most valuable player in the American League. 36 home runs, 100 RBIs, and so many of them big ones late in Chicago victories. Strike one.
A nice little get me over curve. Now, normally during the regular season, Scioscia won't bring his infield in the first inning. It's early, but this is a little practice for him. They're going to see if they can entice Quentin to hit one on the ground and force him out at home.
Weaver more of a fly ball hitter, and there's a smash, and Figgins with a great play, backhanding and throwing him out.
Wow, what a play. That saved a run. Defense and pitching go hand in hand in Scioscia's game, and this is another run saved right there. Great backhand. That ball took a high hop, but Figgy stayed down low. Look at how he cradles it in. Takes his time because he's got plenty of time, and that strong arm he's got him by plenty.
Last 2 years he's played solid third base.
Last year, Fizz, in 116 games, he only aired 6 times. That's phenomenal. That's a tough spot over there. A lot of action, and it comes at you quick, just like that last one.
Here's the RBI guy, and Jim Thome hitting .293 with 3 home runs this spring. Now 38 years old out of Peoria, Illinois. 17th year in the big leagues. Jim checks his swing and rolls it foul, and they're playing Jim to pull. Figgins was about 15, almost 20 feet off the line at third base.
The Angels have defended well this spring. It's been impressive, though. The main thing is their offense. Their offense has been just ignited.
Number 1 in the major leagues at .319 and runs scored over 7 per game. Tomei swings and misses. He's a guy you can strike out, but Jered's still working on his stuff. As Mike Scioscia told us, he's still working on his fastball command. His breaking ball is better, but his changeup, the pitch you think is his best pitch, isn't there yet.
No, and we still haven't. He has another start left before he'll get out there again. But you know, he should be in the top of that rotation when the season starts because of the injuries to a few guys.
1-2 is outside.
But I like his curveball early, Fizz. It's looking good. He had to get me over curve to Carlos Quentin. He just threw strike 2 to Tomei with a good breaking ball, and that's a good sign because that release point is something they try to. It's a fine pitch. It's a field pitch. He looks like he's got it going early.
The 2-2 is outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tomei with a good eye usually will have about 100 walks in a season. Man, they've got power throughout, and they've got Dye, Canerco waiting on deck. Chicago last year led the major leagues in home runs with 235.
See if he tries the high fastball on him.
Outside corner, strike 3. Tomei thought it was ball 4, but Weaver does a nice job working out of a first inning jam.
1 hit, 1 man left on base.
Gather the family and set out the plates. KFC has a deal to fill the whole gang. Introducing the 14-piece Fantastic Feast. 14 drumsticks and thighs, 2 large mashed potatoes with gravy, a large coleslaw, 6 biscuits, and a chocolate cake for dessert. All for just $19.99. Feed the whole family with enough for leftovers. The 14-piece Fantastic Feast, just $19.99. A feast to make your family happy, a price to make you delirious. Only at KFC.
Dear PlayStation, MLB 09 The Show thinks I can't hit the high and inside fastball. You're gonna fix that, right?
Well, Dustin, PlayStation gamers demand the most realistic baseball game ever, so we're just going to keep it as is. It's called integrity.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just polishing my MVP trophy. How many MVPs do you know that can't hit that pitch?
Apart from you?
MLB 09 The Show, the most realistic baseball game ever. Rated E for everyone.
Announcing the Spring Advantage event. Take advantage now and beat the California sales tax increase. Enclave and Acadia, both Consumer Guide Best Buy winners. Pontiac G8, more powerful than a BMW 550i and more fuel efficient. Take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months. That's $5,500 average finance savings. Beat the tax and save a fortune at your Southern California Buick Pontiac GMC dealer.
Manager Mike Scioscia having fun with that Angel dugout. Let's check out their starting lineups, and they will go with Sean Figgins to lead things off, hitting .393 this spring. Then Howie Kendrick, and of course Bobby Abreu hitting third. Vlad Guerrero is the designated hitter. He'll be followed by Tory Hunter. And how about Kendry Morales' spring? 3 home runs, 8 doubles. The other day when he was on TV, went 4 for 4. Matthews, Napoli, Ibar goes 7, 8, and 9. Lineups brought to you by Toyota. And on the mound, a former Angel, Bartolo Colon. He will turn 36 on May 24th, trying to nail down a starting spot in the White Sox rotation.
And Bartolo, this is a big outing for him, so we can expect to see his A game. He might fit in that 5th spot in their rotation. Not overpowering as he used to be, but you look at him, he's lost a lot of weight. He looks like he's in pretty good shape, even though he pitches well with his build, his strong lower body. But he's only topping about 92, which is very effective. We know he's got a good slider and a changeup. He brought a Cy Young to the Angels and answered Artie Moreno when he signed him as a free agent.
Well, he gets that fastball across. He's always had very good command, even when he was throwing 95, 96, 97 miles an hour. Coming off a good start. 4 1/3 scoreless innings against Oakland March 25th. Higgins takes a called strike 3, and right now Ted Barrett, home plate umpire, is giving that outside corner.
All right, defending this afternoon at Tempe D for the White Sox, we're going to show you Przinski, the catcher. He's been their mainstay. Guerrero over there at first base. Fields will be the new third baseman this year. He's a good athlete with some pop. Quentin, Wise, Dye in right field. Those are all regulars.
Now Howie Kendrick at the plate. 25-year-old kid out of Jacksonville, Florida, having a very fine spring and had a .306 average last year, despite being on the disabled list twice because of hamstring problems.
And he missed a lot of time. That's his main goal this season, is to stay healthy. And he did a lot of work in the offseason, working all the little muscles around the hammies and the hips there to make sure that they all supported the hammy. It's a tough muscle to pull when you're a runner.
Colon with a show-me fastball up and away. A ball and 2 strikes to Kendrick. Out of play. Kendrick the other day with an opposite field 410-foot home run.
Yeah, no, he's got a tremendous power to the opposite field, and that's where his base hit stroke. He's a doubles machine, but he'll tell you home runs are an accident for him, but he's got the power, no question.
Kendrick rubs one back up the middle. And he gets another base hit. There's that batting average moving over the 360 mark.
Short, quick. Mike Scioscia said earlier he is the best hitter that he's seen in the American League in the last few years at making solid contact, and he just showed it right there. He has a knack for putting that. See that right there? He just said, Dino Evil, give me the signs again. I missed him. When you're at first base, first thing you do is pick up the third base coach, especially with Abreu batting with 1 out, and the fact that Howie can steal, they can hit and run here. And we've been watching the Angels all spring go first to third. Track meet has broken out here this year early. That's another Scioscia trait.
Colon's tough to steal on, very quick home, but Abreu is the kind of hitter, if you're a stealer, you want him at the plate.
Yeah, because he's gonna take some pitches for you to get over there. See Dino Evil, now his 3rd season with the Angels. Does a great job in that third base box. We have a special treat for the fans a little bit later in this game from Dino.
See Colon with a good move and also quick home.
But Abreu, people are going to really like this guy as his professional skills as a hitter. Patient, doubles machine. You know, he's a tough out with an on-base percentage of .305 in his career.
405 on base.
Yeah, 405. I cut him 100 points. Very, very patient. He's learned the strike zone a long time ago. And you know, Fizz, he was a rookie when I was with the Philadelphia Phillies in 1997. He was a rookie. He just came over from from the Tampa Bay.
His 13th year in the bigs now.
No, it's amazing. Time goes fast. Oh. He's put up plenty of numbers.
Up the middle, into center field. Kendrick turns second, on his way to third. Another first and third for the Angels. They run the bases so well, and that's what's been putting a lot of pressure on Cactus League opponents.
That's right. I see a lot of that, a lot of action. Big Daddy Vladdy's digging in now. He looks good. He's lean. He's lost some weight in his legs and took a little pressure off of his surgically repaired right knee, which is his planting leg, which is important. That's the one he sits back on. And he hit a couple doubles in yesterday's ball game.
Doesn't he look fit though?
Oh yeah, he's ready to go this year. He didn't really like being hampered and having to miss a few ball games because of the knee.
He had put off that surgery for a couple of years because the knee had bothered him. And obviously his country, the Dominican Republic, wanted him to play in the World Baseball Classic, but Vlad said, no, I need to get ready for my ball club.
But you look at this Angels lineup, 1 through 6, there's power and hitters all throughout it. 7, 8, 9 aren't too shabby either.
Rex, early in camp, the Angels were thinking Abreu 2, Vlad 3, Hunter 4. How do you like the change with Kendrick 2, Abreu 3, and Vlad
4. I like it. Now, even if Abreu will hit second or third this year, that's good. But Howie's a contact hitter batting second. And that means that he's going to get a lot of fastballs to hit if Sean Figgins is at first base, because fastballs, they get to the plate quicker when the team's afraid they're going to steal a base. So Howie is a magnet when it comes to hitting fastballs. So Soch has his guys in the right spots throughout the rest of the week. You're going to see the main lineup in there so they can start getting some timing before opening day next Monday, a week from today.
And he's hit to third base. Josh Fields gets one on to first base and the inning-ending double play. Glad hit it hard, but nothing doing for the Halos in the first.
It's been an industry leader for generations. Born of a rich performance heritage. Equipped with breakthrough safety features. And wrapped in a classic, timeless look. We believe great cars take a vision not everyone shares. The E-Class, highest ranked mid-size premium car in initial quality 2 years in a row. Visit your local authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer today for information on spec.
All that glitters, shines, and captivates is gold. Now's the time to get HBO with HBO HD and Cinemax with Cinemax HD service from Cox. You'll get the best value in entertainment with more ways to watch included for free. HBO and Cinemax from Cox, the gold standard in entertainment.
Get HBO and Cinemax for $10 per month for 2 months with Cox Digital Cable.
Even if you're stretching every dollar these days, you can still have a lot of fun. Because in this tough economy, Cox Digital Cable is the best entertainment value. Just look at all the amazing choices you've got right at your fingertips. Thousands of movies and shows, many of which are free on demand. Plus loads of live sporting events. Now more than ever, a smart choice that gives you the most bang for your buck. Cox Digital Cable. Hey.
Gary Matthews Jr. today in right field took yesterday off. He wants to start, but the Angels so deep in the outfield with Bobby Abreu in left and Tory Hunter in center and Vlad Guerrero in right field that right now Gary Matthews will be the extra outfielder. And he had a conversation with General Manager Tony Reagans and Mike Scioscia yesterday, and they allowed Gary to take the day off. He's very unhappy. This is a guy 3 years ago, Rex, was an all-star and a terrific outfielder for the Texas Rangers.
And he still is, especially now that he's healthy. He wants that job back, but he knows that he's going to have to hit his way back in the lineup. Or, unless the Angels can consummate a deal with another team, you know, he's going to be relegated to the bench.
Because he can play an all-star in 2006 with Texas, hit over 300, scored over 100 runs that year, won the Gold Glove. You talked about it in the open. The Angels have 6 outfielders with big league starting experience, 5 who are out of options. Reggie Willits is the one who still has an option.
And he'll most likely be sent to the Salt Lake.
Dye pops it up. Howie Kendrick under it, makes the catch.
And if you look at the numbers of these outfielders here, you know, you're going to see, look at the games played. These guys are all gamers. They play a lot. Bobby Abreu, the newcomer, 156 games. Look at that average. 296, 100 ribbies. Ribbies are very impressive there. That's why Soch has him in that third spot. But Juan Rivera, he's a bat that they know that he's got some pop in it. And Matthews only played 127 games last year, which is not a bad number. But remember, he was hurt. So he had to, you know, he took his role last season. But now he's healthy and he feels like he can contribute on an everyday basis. He'll have to just kind of wait his turn.
Paul Konerko was not healthy completely last year. Still had pretty good power numbers, but not like his usual. He's usually right around 290 to 300, 30-plus home runs, and over 100 RBIs. Solid guy playing first base. Ground ball Figgins. He has it. 2 quick outs here in the second inning for Jered Weaver.
You know, Fizz, what happened yesterday in Mike Scioscia's office happens quite a bit. I mean, you know, you want your players to want to play every day, and then sometimes when you get to this point of spring training and you're rounding out your team and you're fitting it in there, management wants to be honest with the players, which Matthews appreciates. But, you know, they said, hey, look, why don't you just take a day and go hang out, do whatever you want to do, sit by the pool, and just take a day to chill and think about it and come back tomorrow. You'll be in the lineup. So that stuff happens. You know, it's not like it's a big thing that's going to disrupt camp. All these guys want to play, and they only have a few years to play this game. So you want guys who want to play.
Here is A.J. Pierzynski, fine catcher. Helped lead the Chicago White Sox to an 89-74 record last year. They won the Central by 1 game over Minnesota.
Remember, last year, Pierzynski, he hit a lot in that second spot. And that was really not a position for him. He doesn't have a lot of speed, but he's a left-handed bat, and with a runner at first, they usually can hit that hole over there on the first base side.
Weaver doing a good job controlling the count, getting ahead, and that's something he did not do in his last outing. Jered getting ready. He'll have one more start. He'll stay here in Arizona and pitch again on Saturday. On the hands of A.J. and fouled off. And Mike Scioscia still has not announced his rotation. They still have time.
And, you know, the reporters were asking him this morning, hey, do you know who's going to be your starting rotation? Mike says, yes. He says, can you tell us? No. I'm not ready to yet. You know, you have to kind of keep your cards to your chest, as we see a great view there from the back of the bullpen. Nice camera shot, guys. We'll be able to see who's warming up to come in next.
A lot happens the final week at spring training. Player movement.
Sure does. And, you know, this is a real tense time for the 25th, 26th, 27th guy. As you know, they're going to keep a bunch of guys as they go north, or excuse me, as they head west. They are going to bring some guys with them. So really, until opening day, they won't know if they've made the team or not. It's really a tough time stress-wise.
Pierzynski with quite a battle with Jered Weaver.
Fizz, one time when I was with the Yankees and I was a young player, I was on the bus heading to the airport to fly to New York for opening day until the general manager comes on the bus. He says, excuse me, Rex Hudler, come with me. And I got pulled off the bus and went back to the minors. I mean, talk about disappointing. It was a bummer. You know, you're on the bus ready to go and you just never know what's going to happen. So these guys are on pins and needles, but they know that every game they play in spring training here can open up some eyes with a gapper, home run, or they make that good pitch. You know, that could sway the manager's decision.
Weaver's 9th pitch to Pierzynski fouled off, so he'll see at least 10. Jered had some of these duels last year because he has late life to his fastball, and that high heater's fouled off.
A lot of high pitch counts early for Jered. But, you know, just the fact we're seeing his breaking ball with nice rotation, he's throwing it for strikes here. That's a pitch that if he can command, he'll be able to strike some guys out with.
Ground ball short. Ibar knocks it down. Does he have time? Yes, he does. What an arm. Eric Ibar from deep in the hole.
Der 100% Angus beef, der steamed sesame seed bun, der choicest toppings. The new 100% Angus beef dogs. Wiener Schnitzel. Hot dogs are der again.
No Hollywood special effects that say we're magic. Just precise service that respects your time. Jiffy Lube. Where like this commercial, you're in, you're out, you're on your way.
Go to JiffyLubeLA.com now until April 12th, and you can get a coupon good for 20% off a Jiffy Lube signature service oil change.
No high-paid actors, no catchy jingle, just convenient locations and hours that respect your time. Jiffy Lube. Where like this commercial, you're in, you're out, you're on your way.
Do you have overwhelming debt? Are creditors harassing you? Are you making minimum payments, burning through savings, and constantly borrowing money? If you don't remember the last time you made a dollar you didn't owe, then you may be a candidate for bankruptcy. A well-executed bankruptcy strategy may allow you to keep your house, your car, personal items, and even $17,000 in savings. Call the bankruptcy attorneys at the National Legal Alliance for a fresh start and a free evaluation. 1-800-580-5493. 1-800-580-5493.
How can you be sure you'll get superior reliability? Confident you'll get outstanding gas mileage? How can you be certain you'll get both? Easy. Get a Toyota. And right now, you can lease a new '09 Camry for just $259 a month with $909 due at signing. Or lease a new '09 Corolla for $199 a month with $849 due at signing. See your Toyota dealer today.
Eric Ibar working on his glove saying, why didn't the ball go into the glove? I've got to be able to catch that, but check out the arm.
That's a great opportunity for him to show off his arm. Brzezinski doesn't run that well, but man, he threw a dart across the diamond, got him by a step.
Ibar having a great spring. Colon to Tory Hunter. Strike one. Tory, he has been on fire this spring. 4 home runs in his last 3 games. And he busts this one fair down the left field line.
Not wasting any time. When you're hot, you're seeing the ball well, you go up there looking for a first pitch strike, a fastball, and this guy loves it. We saw him hit plenty of doubles last year down that third base line. There's a pitch inside, pulled his hands in nicely, and raked it down the line. See the bullpen in play down there. And now the Angels already have something cooking here in the first inning with another solid hitter, and fans are going to like to see this guy every day.
Hunter even at second base, picking up Dino Evil's signs. Tory stole 19 bags last year. Kenby Morales, left-handed batter, will at least try and pull the ball. And he does pull the ball and chops it in the hole, and Hunter goes to third. Well, that's Angel-style baseball.
Yep, we've seen that a lot, and you know, that's fundamental baseball right there. It's just a common thing with Mike Scioscia's Angels now, and fans really
look
love
at Mike. Mike's walking down the dugout to congratulate Kendrick.
Yeah, see all that love. Everybody gets up, says, hey, great job, and move the runner over. Now that'll pull Guillen's defense there, the White Sox, into the tip of the grass there, right on the edge, so they'll try to throw out Hunter at home, and Scioscia is another manager who likes to run on contact, and we'll see what happens here with Matthews hitting.
Rex, I almost think Mike Scioscia gets more excited to see a ground ball to second base to get the guy to third than a base hit to left.
Sarge, come on. Yeah, he loves productive outs, no question about it. They even keep stats of it. I know when Joe Madden was his bench coach, he would keep a stat of how many productive outs there were in the games.
Gary Matthews Jr. with the infield in, chops one to right for a hit, and Hunter scores the first run of the ball game.
Okay, now there you go. There's Matthews doing some talking with his bat. And whenever the infield's in, it opens up a lot of holes for the batter. See, this is a little chopper here, but with the first baseman Canerco in, it's a one hopper over his glove, and hitters like to see the infield in early.
One nothing Angels. 1 out. Matthews, good speed at first base. Evil giving him the signs.
Great to see Mike Napoli out there, not just DHing as he's done most of the spring, but now he's actually catching games. His shoulder's much better.
Mike Napoli takes strike one. There's the Angels' third base coach. Let's see what Gary does. Colon tough to steal on, throws over. Very close play.
Thought he got a piece of Matthews' back there. Canerco thought the ball got by. We'll see where it hits Matthews. Yeah, at least Canerco tipped it off his glove first.
Yeah, if he catches it, Gary's out.
Good throw. You mentioned earlier Bartolo's excellent at holding runners. And if Bartolo continues to pitch well, you know, he's going to be on that opening day starting rotation, probably in that 5th spot. And it would be a battle with Contreras.
Matthews gets the sign, and Colon with a peek over his shoulder brings it home, and Napoli fouls it off the right side. Okay, what's Dino doing here? What's the indicator?
Okay, check it out. Well, usually they'll have an indicator, and that way he can do all that touching unless he hits that ignition spot where you better watch the first touch after the indicator. That's when he puts the sign on, either hand. Sometimes there is no indicator, and they change him quite often, so it's really difficult for the opponents to try to pick him.
A chopper to shortstop, 1 and done. But the Angels score a run on 2 hits in the second inning of play. Gary Matthews Jr. base hit.
I completely understand, Dave. That's why I asked you to come in.
I've just been watching the news, following the market, and, well...
You're concerned, of course. Just don't let your emotions get in the way of your long-term goals.
Yeah, I know.
My experience in this kind of a market, we should take a look at your portfolio and make sure your investments still fit your goals.
Thanks, Bill. And thanks again for meeting so early.
Edward Jones Financial Advisors. Over 10,000 offices. One near you.
I met my wife on a blind date. It's my family that kind of got me started in the career path that I'm in now is in ITT Tech. My wife was responsible for me going there. You know, we were actually driving right by ITT Tech. She said you should go in and just check it out.
That definitely jump-started a lot of opportunities for him.
It's nice to work normal hours for a change and be home for dinner and be able to spend more time with my family. You like it? I know they really appreciate that. Park. It allows me to provide for them in ways that before my education I don't think I would have been able to.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. Call 1-800-942-0088 or visit us on the web. Get an education that can help you reach your goals. ITT Tech has information on financial aid for those who qualify. Call 1-800-942-0088.
Fox Sports West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Jaguar. Visit your local dealer to experience the exhilarating performance of the new Jaguar XKR. And by Waste Management. For all of your spring cleaning needs, visit dumpster.com today. Very pleasant day in the Southwest, 72 degrees. A lot of fans coming over from Southern California and coming to Tempe, Arizona to watch their Angels play. Angels have been red hot, scoring 90 runs, 24 home runs last 8 games before today, and have a 1-0 lead this afternoon. First batter is Alexei Ramirez.
Ramirez had a nice year. He opened up a lot of eyes playing second base for the first time. He's a natural shortstop, but that's where they moved him this season as Guerrero went on and signed with Oakland.
Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kendry Morales told me he played with Alexei Ramirez for 3 years in the Cuban national team, and he said, what an athlete. Played all 3 outfield spots, played second and shortstop. He said, the only positions I don't remember playing were first and third base, but he said he could have played them. Of course, Morales at the age of 18 was the cleanup hitter on that Cuban national team. There's a ground ball, and it's off the end of the glove with Sean Figner. They got no chance. Ramirez runs too well. A base hit.
What? Yeah?
Yeah, he's got pretty good speed. If you don't catch him on the first time around, your chances are to get him out are very slim. But you know, that kid last season, Fizz, he had 21 home runs, and you see how lean and skinny he is. And there's the two Cubans there. They nicknamed Alexei Ramirez the Cuban Missile, and I think Morales is the Cuban Missile launcher.
Hey, but Ramirez launched 21, you told me.
That's right.
That's more than Kendry hit last year.
You got it, but let's see how Kendry does this year.
Here's Josh Fields. And he's an interesting story because he's replacing Joe Creedy. And Creedy, longtime third baseman, White Sox organization, outstanding defensively, but had some back problems, and they thought Fields was ready. This is a guy, a great athlete, former quarterback at Oklahoma State.
Creedy is the Minnesota Twins' third baseman this season.
wonder what that'll be like on the turf.
Well, you know, it's tough when you're a free agent, especially in this past market where signings were down and so was the money. I mean, you know, he just took the offer he could get. Minnesota made him the best offer, I believe.
Yeah. Fields out of play. And Rex, you were an outstanding All-State football player, also an All-American baseball player. Josh Fields had to divide his time at Oklahoma State, football and baseball. Is that why he's a little behind with the fundamentals in baseball?
It could very well be, Fizz. Baseball's a game you got to play every day and to get better. But being a good athlete, you can rise above your opponents by just the fact that you've got those kind of skills. You can run, hit, throw. And this guy, he's ready. And he swings a pretty good bat. And with Creedy playing behind Creedy last season, he didn't get his opportunity. A lot like some Angel reserves that are good enough to play every day, but when you have a very good player ahead of you, you got to just bide your time and continue to put up numbers, though, to be impressive. So you get called up.
He's 26 years old, out of Ada, Oklahoma. Ramirez, excellent speed at first base. Weaver's 0-2. They pitch out. And how about Mike Napoli today? He's catching back-to-back games. Yesterday in a minor league game went 7 innings. And Mike Scioscia said he'd like to have him go 5 to 6 innings today. He's coming off that shoulder problem that he suffered at the end of last year.
No, this is good. Maybe Ramirez will run so we can see how Napoli's throwing.
Popped up. Shallow right field, long run for Matthews. That's a base hit. And Ramirez is going to take off. Gary with the throw to second base, a little offline, so they'll advance to second and third with nobody out in the third inning.
A couple little base hits there. That one just had eyes on it. It found that line. You see the pitch very well located. Down and away. Fields just put his bat out, and Matthews, a great effort there. He kicked it a little bit down that line, and Ramirez will go into third base and Fields into second with nobody out.
Back to the top of the order, and Dwayne Wise, he doubled his first time up. Ground ball, Morales. He checks the runner, then comes back to first base to record the out. And now they throw to second, and Kendry should have stayed put and gone home. Ramirez, though, is hurt at the plate, and he is in some pain, and he's looking at his left leg.
Hopefully it's just a strawberry and nothing more. Yeah, that's one thing that'll scare every manager. Hopefully he just, he's got a sliding pad on that knee, and that'll keep you from getting strawberries, but hopefully that's all it is. Interesting play, great play by Morales. Okay, this throw was a little bit up and Napoli couldn't get to it, but it looked like his leg might have got hooked up with Napoli's shin guard. Let's see, it was his left knee. Yeah, that's probably what it was. I didn't see, most guys aren't going to lay down on a strawberry. Those things are part of the game, but man, he's hoping his knee stays intact.
Kendry makes the out. He does a fine job there. Should he have stayed with the lead runner?
Yes, definitely. He went back and touched the base and got the out, but you always stay focused on the lead runner. He looked at second, and the runner was off a little bit at second, and the runner, Fields, kind of baited him a little bit, and Ramirez was alive to score there. He was heads up on that play.
There's the cut on the knee on Alexei Ramirez.
Okay, and it was a cut, okay, and that happened on Napoli's shin guard. He has a little sliding pad on there the guys will use to keep it from getting burned when you slide, but that's a different thing there. And you can tell when you've been cut when something's different than just a typical strawberry. Hopefully that won't require any stitches and he won't have to miss any time, but they might keep him out of the game for that. Now Mike will bring the infielders halfway in.
Broken bat, roller towards the Chicago White Sox dugout. Angel fans, have you made your plans to be at opening night Monday, April 6th? If not, great seats are still available, and the Angels have an exciting ticket special just for you, available for opening night only. Fans can purchase 3 tickets and get 1 free in select seating areas when using the password ANGELS at the Angel Stadium ticket window or angelsbaseball.com. A's are in town for the first 4 games, and then the Boston Red Sox come in. But opening night, Joe Saunders likely will be the starting pitcher. Question mark for Oakland because Justin Dukeshire, their #1 gun, out for the first month of the season. Chris Getz, left-handed batter, takes outside.
Okay, now instead of the infielders being all the way in on the grass, they're backed up about 4 or 5 steps. They call that halfway, and what that does, it gives them extra range. So that if a ball is hit, they still can get the out at home, but it gives them more chances to knock the ball down.
Getz takes it outside, and he will walk. Now runners in the corners. Weaver pitching well in the ball game. He gave up an infield hit to Ramirez. Josh Fields hit a great pitch, a breaking ball off the end of his bat, and looped it into right field for a double. Then he got wise in the ground out, but Morales went to second base rather than home, and Eric Ibar was forced to throw wildly home, and the runner advanced on that error. Now Getz with the 1-out walk, and here's Carlos Quentin, and that's always trouble. 2 home runs this spring, 36 last year. He takes strike 1.
Yeah, he's a guy who really crowds the plate. It was unfortunate for him how he hurt himself as he struck out, and he kind of took his palm and hit his bat, and he fractured a bone in there. He does have a pin in his wrist, okay, that he says it'll probably stay the whole year, and then they'll take it out after this season.
Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Carlos had an active off-season, though. He says he trained hard, and then also he got married.
Good for him.
Yeah, so I talked to him a little bit before the game today and talked about that pin being in there. He still can feel the pin in his wrist, but he says it hasn't affected him at all this spring, and he doesn't have a hitting guard either. Good breaking ball.
Sure is. I think he's got a really good breaking ball today.
Yeah, you could tell in that first inning, Fizz, he was getting it over. He was definitely throwing that curve.
06, 07 were with Arizona. Then he was traded to Chicago in that Chris Carter deal and just had a tremendous year.
Well, it's amazing.
The beast, you called him.
Right. It's amazing how when you get a chance to play, and early on when you have success and hit homers, that just steamrolls the confidence. It took him all year long. He had it the whole time.
Weaver's 50th pitch of the ball game is a little low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Carlos will crowd the play. He almost dares you to come inside. Tremendous power. His hand's almost on the plate. Went with the fastball. Matthews backing up will make the catch. Krasinski tags and comes home, and Chicago takes a 2-1 lead.
Nice sacrifice fly. Weaver gave him a fastball out over, and he just threw the head out there. And mentioned earlier the wind's nice little breeze blowing straight out today. Made Matthews backpedal to get that one.
And I beg your pardon, Fields scoring on the play. Getz stays put at first base. Jim Thome now the batter. Ball 1. Chicago 14-16-1 this spring. They beat Arizona yesterday 9-6, and they've been hitting the ball very well. Batting .286 this spring, averaging 5 runs per game. Morales has it, touches the bag, inning over. Weaver gives up 2 in the 3rd.
Welcome to Rib Company TV. Let's go to the post-game news conference and listen in.
Motivation? There's nothing better than Newport Rib Company Fabrique meal. I know the coaches really look forward to it.
But what about the performance of your offense?
Offense? There's nothing more offensive than missing a pregame meal at Newport Rib Company.
Then Newport Rib Company is part of your game plan?
If Newport Rib Company is part of our game plan, you know we'll never go hungry.
Victory or not, Newport Rib Company. Great game plan.
Danica Patrick, Scott Dixon, Marco Andretti. All the cars and stars of the IndyCar Series will be scorching the streets of Long Beach April 16th through the 19th at the 35th Annual Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. Enjoy 2 free concerts starring El Tree and Puddle of Mud, 6 races including the Toyota Pro Celebrity Race, Tequila Patron American Le Mans Series, and so much more. Be there to feel the heat.
Because we can't reinvent traffic, we reinvented how the driver navigates around it. With advanced XM real-time traffic and predictive weather, suddenly, the world's not so complex. The all-new 2010 Lexus RX. At your Southern California Lexus dealer.
On Monday, Fox Sports West is seeing red. This week, K-Rod takes out A-Rod and the Bronx Bombers in Game 5 of the 2005 ALDS. Angels Red Monday Classics, tonight at 7 on Fox Sports West.
Chicago leads 2-1 here in Tempe, Arizona. Steve Fisiak with Rex Hudler. We're now joined by pitching coach Mike Butcher. He's been busy this spring. Butcher, I wanted to first ask you about Jered Weaver. Mike Scioscia told us his stuff is getting crisper. His breaking ball really sharp today, and I think he's pitched well in the first 3 innings.
No, he's looking good. You know, he's getting stretched out. He's working into his getting his innings in spring. And we're just trying to get his pitch count up there today. So I'm liking what he's doing right now. He had a little back thing going on earlier in spring, and things are starting to iron out for him.
Mike, can you share a little bit about what a pitcher goes through in spring training and how early on his early outings, he's just trying to gauge his fastball, then he brings his breaking balls in. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, basically what we try to do is get our fastball command going early on in spring, and then try to mix in your other 2 pitches, your changeup and your breaking ball in there where you're able to put put hitters away. So basically early on, really executing fastball command and then mixing the other 2 pitches in there if you're a 3-pitch guy.
Where is his changeup? Because we thought at times his changeup was his best pitch last year.
It's coming around right now. He has a tendency to push it a little bit, but for the most part, it's coming into play really well.
And you'll hold him back and have him pitch in a game on Saturday?
Yes, that's the plan.
All right. Tell me about the starting pitchers. First with John Lackey, cortisone shot the other day in the elbow. Meantime, Ibar with a base hit up the middle.
What new? he's 7 for 7.
7 for his last 7. And how about this, Butchie? He is 16 for his last 20.
Hey, you know, I'd rather talk about the defensive play that he made at Brzezinski in the first, when he had a backhand and throw a bullet over the first base, get the out.
Oh,
that was nice too.
No, you're right. And Butchie, we're going to hold on to Fiz's question, but go ahead and talk about the defense. How important that is with your pitching staff that they work hand in hand.
Oh, it's outstanding. I mean, we're tough up the middle. We're good at the corners. We got a great outfield. We're going to be doing a nice job. Hopefully, get a lot of ground balls this year and let our defense work for us. I know we have the ability to turn too, and that's if we can be tough up the middle, that's going to be a big key for us.
And Mike, let's go back to the pitching. John Lackey, where is he with that cortisone shot? And when would you like to see him start to long toss again?
Well, he's doing all right. It's just I just got to play. We got to play it by ear. I think we're looking at a couple days before he gets out there and starts playing catch. Wait for that inflammation to calm down. But the MRI results came back very good, and that's a big step in his process to getting back out there and getting his arm strength built back up.
Butchie, you've had some really good young pitchers this spring, and the record, franchise best 22 wins, was due a lot to the great performances early. Who has impressed you out of the young guys this spring?
Well, we've had a number of guys come up here and really pitch well. Guys that weren't even in camp, they came up here. Tobin, this kid that was in Rancho Cucamonga last year, came up here and threw the ball well for us. Nick Aidenhart's been throwing the ball well for us. Matt Palmer's been throwing the ball well. We got some nice young arms. Sean O'Sullivan, got roughed up a little bit yesterday against Texas. Good hitting ball club. A little stiff wind blowing out there, but a young guy like that going out there and trying to make pitches against a big league team. And he was playing in A-ball last year. I think he kind of understands a little bit more about getting that breaking ball down in the zone a little bit more and and executing his pitches. But it was a good learning process for him last year, and yesterday, and I think that'll actually help him out in his development in our organization. And Jordan Waldman is another guy that we have that strong arm, great stuff. High octane gas he's throwing up there. So we got some good young arms that are we're looking at, and it's always nice to see.
A triple by Sean Figgins scores Eric Ibar to tie the game. Let's go back to Nick Adenhart. What have you seen where he's progressed from last year? Because he had a terrific spring last year to even being better this year.
Well, I think hopefully what we're going to see this year is a better fastball command and a better mix of pitches. The stuff is there. It's just putting those three pitches together and having a nice three-pitch mix, putting hitters away when we have the opportunity to put hitters away. But his biggest key is really fastball command, being able to go inside, outside by design, and dropping that breaking ball in there and dropping it on top of the plate so we get some swings and misses.
So strike one, you're telling us, is going to be his best pitch this year.
Best pitch, just like what we try to do in spring training is really develop that fastball command, and that's going to be a big part of our whole pitching staff. Our starters and our bullpen. So when we work ahead, we have the advantage, and we got to execute our pitches and make pitches.
He seems to be very mature for his age. Great makeup, Nick Adenhart.
Great guy. I mean, he's had a lot of success in his career here with us in the minor leagues, and we're looking for him to step up at some point this year and help us out and start making that jump to the big league level and start making his pitches up here and see what we got.
Butchie, now how about the other kids that we might see in the rotation here in the first month of April of the season now? Shane Lukes, he's a guy that fans didn't get to see a lot of last year, and Dustin Mosley. How are they throwing the ball this spring?
They're throwing the ball well. They're getting to where they need to be. Mosley's been throwing the ball well all spring. Good movement. Change has been working for him. The curveball's been tighter than it was last year. He's coming off an injury last year. And I think overall his arm speed's where it needs to be, and he's making his pitches. Shane Lukes worked on the sinker and just trying to get tightened up a little bit in the strike zone, and hopefully everything starts clicking here for him, and we get something out of him. He did a nice job for us last year throwing out of the bullpen. Had a nice year last year in the PCL. I think he was pitcher of the year last year in the Pacific Coast League AAA for us. So, we're looking for the guys to step up, and with Escobar down, Lackey down right now, and Santana, we need guys to step up, and this is going to be a big opportunity for guys to come up here and showcase their skills and make an impact on our club.
How about Irvin Santana and Kelvin Escobar? Where are they in their comebacks?
Escobar's been throwing the ball well. He's pitching in games right now. He's up to 3 innings. About 45 pitches, and we're going to have another test for him coming up here, hopefully in San Diego, where we expect him to go out there and 60 pitches, limited to about 60 pitches. So he's making big improvements. He looks great. He's in tremendous shape. Santana, again, he's playing catch right now. He's getting stretched out, developing his arm speed, and everything looks great right now. He's wearing me out. He's up about 190 feet out there right now, so he's throwing the ball well.
Now, the injury that Kelvin suffered to his shoulder, a lot of doctors were saying 11, 12 months. Is it a positive mark to him how hard he had to work to come back this early?
Yeah, it's first of all, the surgery that he had was a success, and then his rehab program has been tremendous. He hasn't missed a beat. He's been working hard. Things are looking great for him. He keeps himself in tremendous shape. That's a big key, and I think anytime you have surgery, I think there's always an opportunity where you might not ever pitch again, and that's kind of what you always hear going into surgery. I had 3 of them on my shoulder myself, and that's the thing that you always hear. But with his competitive mindset and his focus and his determination, you always felt like there was going to be a will and a way for him to get through this, and he's certainly done that. He looks great.
Mike, also the runs that the Halos have been scoring this spring, that's going to support your staff well.
Oh, I'm digging that. Yeah, we're going out there. We get a nice approach, 2-strike approach. Our guys are going the other way a lot more often now. We're taking pitches, making the pitchers work. Our guys are swinging the bats tremendous, and it's nice to see what we're doing. We got a nice addition in Bobby Abreu, who's in right now. A guy that makes you work when you're out there pitching, and obviously get some good swings at the ball too.
Well, he will walk here, and Mike, we will let you get back to your students. Thank you very much for spending time with us.
You got it, Fizz. Thanks, Hud.
Okay, Butchie.
We'll see you guys.
All the best.
All right. Is Mike Butcher. Angels pitching coach does a great job, and the Angels last year, an outstanding ERA. They finished with a 3.99 ERA, ranking 3rd in the AL. And he had to replace Bud Black, who became the manager at San Diego. So the Angels have tied it at 2 on the triple by Sean Figgins that scored Eric Ibar. Bobby Abreu now works the walk, and, well, this is what they want to see. Guerrero up with guys on base. And he hits it. Looks like it should be deep enough to score Sean Figgins. Figgy tags and comes home easily and breaks the 2-2 tie.
Last time up, Vladdy rolled into a double play, but this time he hit it off the end of his bat. Looks like Bartolo took a little bit off of it. Might have jammed him some, but he got it out there deep enough with a speedy runner to score him in. But Fizz, we saw the inning started with Ibar, then Figgins. Okay, the fact he's got 2 speed guys, Mike does, in the 9th spot and the number 1 spot, it's like 2 leadoff guys that can really run. And see, that's right there is going to put a lot of early runs on the board for the Angels. And I talked about Tabucci. Nothing better than a pitcher going out there early in a game with a lead. Okay, and the Angels, they're extremely successful when they get the lead first, and of course when they have the lead after the 7th inning.
They have been tearing apart pitching staffs this spring. First in batting at .319, first in slugging percentage .525. They have the most walks of any team in the American League with 123. They're also first in on-base percentage, nearly 40%. And Mike Scioscia, Mickey Hatcher, hitting instructor, really wanted to work on plate discipline. And Hatcher was saying, Rex, that sometimes guys will tell themselves, I'm swinging at the next pitch, and they do whether it's in the strike zone or not.
Right. You know, that's called guess hitting, and a lot of hitters are going to guess. But this spring, they've really focused on taking more pitches. But I mentioned when they score first, their record is great. They're 64-15 when the Angels score first this year, or last season.
Tory Hunter stays hot. Line drive, base hit to right field. Abreu is going to challenge him. He's going to third and makes it safely.
There's the action going. Bobby Abreu, he can run. And with 2 outs, you know, the unwritten rules of not making the first or last out at third base, throw those away. With Mike Scioscia's team, they're aggressive and they're going to make it pay. Great swing to the opposite field. Hunter waited until the ball got deep to the catcher's glove. Abreu sees it. He makes up his own mind. Dino Ebel, he didn't even have to bring him. Bobby made up his own mind. He tells him to get down and slide there because the play's to his back. But, you know, a professional runner like Abreu knows if he can make it or not.
Kendry Morales, the batter, grounded out his first time up. And when he did that, he advanced the runner from second base to third with nobody out. And he fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. In fact, you hear the statement before, it almost seems like an oxymoron. We want to be offensively patient yet aggressive. Can you explain that?
Well, yeah, you want to be patient early in the counts when the first 2 batters come up to set the table up. And you want to be a little more aggressive when runners are in scoring position. You want to, instead of take that first strike, hit it and knock the runs in, because the pitchers always try to get that first pitch strike on you with the runner out there.
Colon to Abreu, up high and outside to Kendry Morales, excuse me, with Bobby Abreu at third base. And of course Tory Hunter at first base. Colon, his 25th pitch this inning is coming. He's thrown 48 total.
Remember, Colon, he's facing a very hot offense of the Angels. He's holding his own so far.
Hit the corner, 1-2.
But Morales is a totally different player this year. He's confident. He's known he's going to be the starting first baseman ever since Teixeira signed with the Yankees. And so that frees you up mentally. You come into the ballpark, you know you're in the lineup, and I can't tell you what a difference that makes.
Morales rips it to right field. Into the corner it goes. Abreu scores easily. Hunter being sent home. And the throw to the plate, not in time, and Morales comes through.
It's not a fastball that he can't turn on. He loves the heater. Shows more hitting right there as he's had a great spring, Morales. And we've seen him hit some opposite field home runs. We've seen him hit the ball all over the ballpark. Now we're going to watch him. See, he's got his foot turned in. Okay, that helps keep his weight back. And he's going to be able to go ahead and react with his hands. He doesn't overstride. Watch him, little toe tap as he gets his timing and just rakes. He's a natural hitter. Free swinger, man. I'm telling you, and I've been saying it all along. And of course, it's not me. It's Mike Scioscia who told Artie, look, if our insurance, if we can't sign Teixeira, we got him in-house.
Well, they gave Morales a triple and 2 RBIs. I thought they'd give him a double, and then with the throw to the plate. But he gets 2 RBIs and now has 15 for the spring.
Yeah, there's the walk by Abreu to get on base. And of course, in the middle of the order, we're going to see them coming through a lot with Abreu, Vladdy, Hunter, Morales. Man, there's hardly any easy outs in this Angel lineup.
Matthews chops one to first base, right to Konerko. But the Angels do a good job in their half of the 3rd inning, scoring 4 times and opening up a 5-2 lead.
The Angels are blasting into the 2009 season, ready to take on the rest of the league and defend their AL West crown. Tory Hunter and company had their sights set on a championship, but Oakland has retooled and is ready to make a run. Looks like an old-fashioned shootout in the West. Athletics, Angels, April 6th starting at 5 on Fox Sports West. Presented by Firestone.
Announcing the Spring Advantage event. Take advantage now and beat the California sales tax increase. Enclave and Acadia, both Consumer Guide Best Buy winners. Pontiac G8, more powerful than a BMW 550i and more fuel efficient. Take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months. That's $5,500 average finance savings. Beat the tax and save a fortune at your Southern California Buick Pontiac GMC dealer.
Fireworks courtesy of Wells Fargo. Angels baseball, we are fan strong.
Tory Hunter in center field today. Howie Kendrick at second base. Before the game, Tory interviewed his buddy, Mr. Kendrick.
He rained on.
What's up? I'm Tory Hunter, and we're going to find out a little bit more about Howie Kendrick. Howie, how you doing, man? You just had a child, man. How does that change your life?
You know, it's drastic. You know, going home every day, seeing someone that you created and just trying to have fun. You know, he looks like me, so, you know, every day I go home, I'm looking at his face, and I'm like, man, you know, it's kind of strange. But
that's pretty sad. He looks like you. We want to know, you know, what is some of your activities you do off the field, away from the game, to relax your mind? What do you do with your family or with yourself?
You know what, personally, I like to play golf and then RC cars. I definitely like messing around with the RC cars, get home, and, you know, I do a little bit of that, mess around with my English Bulldogs, so, you know, just a little bit of different things.
Yeah, I heard you have a lot of old school cars. You really want to get into those things?
You know, I have one that's being built right now. You know, I know you got a 64 Impala, so I'm just trying to get up to your level, you know, and just, you know, I have a 67 C10 pickup truck, so I'm just trying to catch up with you, Mr. Hunter.
You actually passed me, son. Well, you know, I mean, how's your spring coming so far? I mean, you've been swinging the bat pretty well. You're one of the best hitters on the team, man. You hit the ball hard, flush all the time, buddy. You're pretty good. You're awesome. How do you feel?
I feel great, but don't tell the other team that, you know, right now. So we're just going to go into the season. Everybody's swinging the bat well. I'm just going to try to relax and follow your lead. And, you know, I can't really follow your lead because you've been hitting home runs. So, you know, I'm just going to try to keep it in the park.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, hey, this is Howie Kendrick. And no, I'm not Howie Kendrick. I'm Tory Hunter. But this is Tory Hunter interviewing Howie Kendrick. It went pretty well. See you next time.
Oh, he is a piece of work. Rex, I don't think there's ever been a time where I've been listening to Tory where when he talks, I don't have a big smile on my face. He has a contagious smile.
Well, he gets it, Fizz. He's a veteran ball player, and he understands that it's not exactly about him, but when you got a personality like that, let it shine, let it out. He's comfortable with who he is, and you know, he's a leader on this team now, and believe me, that's a welcomed addition to have that kind of personality.
He gives back now, and yesterday or 2 days ago when we were talking with him, you talked about Kirby Puckett, Dave Winfield, his mentors in Minnesota, and now he's in their role.
That's right. It's time for him to pass the game down. He's doing such a great job of that, and you can't be mentored by two better guys than those. And personally for me, Dave Winfield mentored me, so I know exactly what Tory Hunter had the opportunity to do with when he was with Minnesota, and Big Winnie, the Hall of Famer, was there. And he gave me some advice that I took and still carry today.
Guerrero, fly ball left field. Abreu right there. 2 outs. And they talked about Howie Kendrick and his beautiful wife Jody delivering the couple's first child on Christmas Day 2008. Owen was born. Doesn't he look like Howie?
Yeah, too bad, because Jody's beautiful.
Oh. And they both give back to their community as well. Both very interested in animals. They have dogs, and when I remember last year, Jody and Howie got together for a program to help out animals that had been abandoned. And they're just a delightful couple.
It's nice to have young players get behind a cause, no matter what it is, to give back.
Now they've got little Owen. Fly ball struck to center field. Jered Weaver. A very nice first 4 innings as he's given up 2, and Mr. Hunter with a fine catch and good interview as well.
Dear PlayStation, MLB 09 The Show thinks I can't hit the high and inside fastball. You're gonna fix that, right?
Well, Dustin, PlayStation gamers demand the most realistic baseball game ever, so we're just gonna keep it as is. It's called integrity.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just polishing my MVP trophy. How many MVPs do you know that can't hit that pitch?
Apart from you?
MLB 09 The Show, the most realistic baseball game ever. Rated E for everyone.
Morning.
Make savings a bigger part of your life with Cox Digital Telephone.
You left the seat up again.
They come from near and far to the place where the great ones are. They are ride warriors, and they come to conquer the steel and wood of Knott's Berry Farm. 39 wild rides, including 10 mean coasters. Knott's Berry Farm. Ride on, ride warriors. Ride on. Save $20 per ticket at Knott's.com.
Cubs, Angels, tomorrow at 1 on Fox Sports West.
Fox Sports West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by your Southern California Buick Pontiac GMC dealers. One of the many mountain ranges surrounding Phoenix, Arizona. You have Camelback Mountain right near the downtown area. I was out at Superstition Mountain yesterday, and there's the left field mountain.
Well, did you climb that one too?
Yeah, climbed yesterday. It was a 6-mile trek.
Wow.
It was a blast. You got to go with me, buddy.
Man, I couldn't stay with you.
Yes, you could.
Bartolo's hanging in there.
Here is Mike Napoli.
But they've been hitting him pretty hard, the Halos have.
5 runs on 8 hits. Colon comes inside in Napoli. Napoli had to face Tim Lincecum in a minor league game the other day and had 2 doubles off of him.
He's a Cy Young Award winner in the National League last year. He's got some pretty good stuff. But the wind's blowing out. Nappy, he could go deep.
Oh, yeah. And he hits it well and deep to right field, and Rex Hudler, you called it.
Bam! Just like that. I could tell Nappy, with watching him in batting practice today, Fizz, along with the wind, his power is to right center field. And I'm not surprised one bit. 3rd of the spring for Nappy, and that makes him happy.
Believe it. Nice stroke.
You are in mid-season form, Bart.
Oh, man, it's easy when you got a team like this to talk about. Look at that fastball right down the middle. That was swung on, gone immediately. He knew before anybody else. And, of course, that 10 to 15 mile an hour wind, you get it up in that gale, and it is sayonara.
He's got some kind of power. 20 home runs in only 227 at-bats last year. You give him 550 at-bats, he might hit 45.
So good that his throwing shoulder has allowed him to get back behind the plate. They were talking a couple weeks ago that he wouldn't make the opening day bell.
Well, even Napoli isn't as hot as this guy, Eric Ibar, who has 7 for his last 7 and has 16 hits in his last 20 at-bats. And you and I were having a conversation with Mike Scioscia before the ball game, and we asked, how has Eric Ibar elevated his game, because he's playing as well as any shortstop offensively and defensively in spring training.
Well, he's evolved. This kid's evolved. Now he's confident. Confidence plays so large in a player's mind, Fizz. Especially when you're a young guy. And, you know, last year was really his first full season at shortstop. He experienced a few injuries, but playing winter ball in one of the best winter leagues there are in the Dominican Republic, he's developed confidence. He knows which pitches he can handle. He's got a little pop in his bat. But he's been going the opposite field. And a lot of the hitters this year in camp have been using the opposite field, which is good. It makes him see the ball longer, and you're going to have a better batting average when you use the opposite field.
The guy who's been competing with Meiser Asturis was slowed by a back injury early, and then Ibar, given so much time, really has responded. Now hitting almost 470 this spring.
7 for his last 7. That's hard to do. Are you kidding? 3 for 3 is a good day.
Rennie Stennett got 7 hits in 1 game. Ibar, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. Ibar with a smash to deep right. Dye going back, and Eric's hit it out.
There's the pop we're talking about. He can recognize the ones he can handle. And Bartolo now in this inning, he's doing like I thought he would, give up a few runs earlier in the game. But that makes him 8 for 8. Call the cops. He is en fuego. I mean hot. Firecracker hot. Jermaine Dye, he thought he had a track on it out there in right field, but with a little breeze to help that ball get out of here, no problem. See that toe tap? See how he goes back? His little toe tap for timing, and when a hitter looks in a certain spot and he gets it, eyes get big.
Fans, you've got to get your tickets right now, because certainly opening day, hopefully Angel Stadium will be packed. There's great seats available, but for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday against the Athletics, some great ticket prices. And I know the economy's been tough, but we're talking about $3 tickets, $5 tickets. Great opportunity to see the best team in Cactus League play, and all of spring training as they're looking for their 23rd win. Ibar, and he wants the season to start last week. Here goes Sean Figgins. He stays hot. He's 2 for 3 with a triple and now a single.
See, what's happens to an aging pitcher like Bartolo is you lose that velocity. He relied so much on that velocity when he was an Angel pitcher, and he threw in the mid-90s, and he could blow it by guys. Now, in 92, he's got to spot the ball better, and if he's not spotting, he's going to get hit. And I told you, he's facing a very good Angels offense. It's hot, and you see his competition warming up. So if Contreras can fare better than Bartolo, Contreras might win that 5th spot. That's how important this outing is for Bartolo and Contreras, who's warming up.
Kendrick, 1 for 2 today. A single his first time up, grounded out last at bat. Takes strike 1.
But you know, early in the day when the gates opened at 11:30, I stood out there and said hi to a lot of Angel fans, and they were saying, Hud, what are we going to see today? I said, watch out. We're going to see a lot of home runs. With Bartolo pitching, he might leave some cookies out there, and so far we've seen it. Just halfway through.
12 Angel base runners today through 3+ innings. Back-to-back home runs by Napoli and Ibar. Figgins with a base hit to follow. And Bartolo jumps in front of Howie Kendrick. There was a time, man, he would strike out a lot, over 200 batters per season. But Colon now Just one strikeout today. More of a command guy, as Rex talked about, losing a little bit of edge in that velocity.
And, you know, in years past, we've seen the Angels pitching dominant. As Dino Ebel's given some signs, let's check him out now. Figgy's at first base, the premium base stealer for the Angels. And he's going to be watching Dino Ebel give those signs. Dino's one of the best. He changes them up and he makes them very difficult to read. Got to really focus on him.
Figgins does not go, and the ball is grounded to third. They've got one. They do not get the double play. But you saw the signs. Let's see how fans check out Dino Ebel's signs to players.
Just for fun today, the right hand to the tip of the hat will be the steal sign. Here we go. Should you stay or should you go?
Man, I'm not going because I might get benched for missing a sign. He said right hand, not left hand. You got to pay attention out there. So Dino, he tried to trick us, and you know he'll try to trick the opponents because they all want to know what sign they're given so they can call a pitch out.
Did you ever miss a sign, Rex?
Oh yes. Are you kidding? I missed one sign in Japan, and they banished me from the 2nd spot to the 9th spot. Look at Dino now. He's going through them. Now, lots of times, now he just gave us he made up some signs for us. But lots of times, there'll be an indicator, like I said before. He'll hit a spot that's a live spot, and nothing's on until he hits that spot. And once he hits that spot, watch his next touch. That'll be the sign.
How often do the signs change during a season?
Well, it depends on how your players come and go. A lot of guys get traded. Some guys go to other teams. You know, they tell the secret, so they'll change them right away. Or if a new guy comes in, you know, he'll spend time with Dino. If that's the first thing you do when you join a new team during the midseason. Like Abreu, they got him in there, and they said, okay, here's our signs. Here's what I'm using. And you sit there, and they'll go over them with you, and then he'll try to trick you, and you have to decipher. But, you know, ball players, we're not accused of being the smartest people in the world, so they keep them very simple. Like in high school, take was a hat. Bunt was the belt for B for bunt, and the leg was the steal. It's your legs. So if I go to your leg, my leg, it's steal. So they kind of keep them real simple.
Now, if Mike Scioscia believes that the opposing manager has been able to steal his signs, then you make the change the very next day?
That, or they might in-game change it. They'll just change the indicator.
Abreu tries to stroke one to the gap, but the left fielder Carlos Quentin is there to cut it off for out number 2.
See, you change the indicator, that changes everything now. Now the opponents are looking, and they're looking at that one hot spot they think it is, and they're saying, well, wait a minute, he didn't go to that spot. So all they do is you'll just yell, hey, fellas, new indicator. Here's the indicator. Bam. So that changes them all.
So with Vlad Guerrero, it's basically swing hard, Vlad?
Yeah, you know what? Vladdy may not even know the signs. There was always 1 or 2 guys on the team that you didn't give them any signs. Just let them go play.
And you think Vlad might be one of those?
Oh, absolutely. He could be. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with intellect. That just says, hey, look, you know what? We're just going to let him do his thing. Now, Alfredo Griffin, you see the first base coach, he'll get the signs, and he'll walk up to a guy that maybe not have all the signs, and he'll wink at him. That means go, you're going. Simple stuff.
Vlad grounds one to short. They get the 4th inning over, but back-to-back home runs by Napoli and Ibar give the Angels a 7-2 lead over Chicago.
Gather the family and set out the plates. KFC has filled the whole gang. Introducing the 14-piece Fantastic Feast. 14 drumsticks and thighs, 2 large mashed potatoes with gravy, a large coleslaw, 6 biscuits, and a chocolate cake for dessert. All for just $19.99. Feed the whole family with enough for leftovers. The 14-piece Fantastic Feast, just $19.99. A feast to make your family happy, a price to make you delirious. Only at KFC.
The second thing we're going to do under this plan is we will create new incentives so that lenders work with borrowers to modify the terms of subprime loans at risk of default and foreclosure.
Hi, I'm attorney James Barsa with the Barsa Law Group.
President Obama's foreclosure relief plan is excellent news for struggling homeowners. There has never been a better time to get your loan modification started and settled. Under this plan, lenders are provided monetary incentives for agreeing to loan mods, and they're required to abide by the new loan mod guidelines if they receive bailout money. Plus, homeowners will also receive financial incentives for making payments on time. We can help you determine if you qualify for this new plan, as well as navigate the complex regulations and paperwork. Remember, millions will be applying, and you need an advocate on your side. We have thousands of saved homes under our belt and are absolutely committed to struggling homeowners. Call now to see if you qualify.
800-561-9617.
The best damn sports show, period. Sports Television's nightly party. Tonight.
Welcome back to Tempe, Arizona. Steve Biziak with Rex Hudler. The Angels with a 7-2 lead. They stay hot. 97 runs, 26 home runs, their last 8+ games. Wow. Weaver stays in the ball game for inning number 5. He will face Brent Lillibridge, who came on to replace Alexei Ramirez, who tore up his left knee, a cut. And we do not believe it's serious at all, but he ran into the shin guards of Mike Napoli. Lillibridge with a fly ball shallow right. That will drop in front of Gary Matthews Jr. for a base hit. It's time for our waste management. Cleaning up the bases. Spring cleaning.
Why not? Look at some guys got some pop today. And Bartolo Colon, former Angel, he is the victim, as they've been pounding their former teammate with regularity. 11 hits, 7 runs so far, and we're just halfway through.
Weaver, meantime, has allowed 2 runs in 4 innings. And the 2 runs were really a gift from the Angels.
But you know, as I was saying before, that great stuff by Dino Ebel. You know, we could have spent 5 minutes on Dino Ebel. He could have take some signs off. He could have put a few more on. That was great stuff. Way to go, guys.
Producer today, Jay Cutlow. John Gonzalez, our director. Evan Schloff doing a brilliant job in the truck. I have no idea his responsibilities, but he's really good. How about Ibar? Oh, wow! A 6-4-3. Are you kidding me?
Man, that's why they call him the good hands man. Right there up the middle. That is sweet. Nice start by Ibar. This ball twisted him around like a pretzel, but watch the backhand flip. That's a long way to flip that. You got to have some good control. Howie with the bare hand. Man alive, was that sweet. Some fancy work by the middle infield. That will always help support the starting pitcher.
2 sensational plays today. One by Sean Figgins, another by Eric Ibar earlier when he dropped the ball that A.J. Pierzynski hit, picked it up, threw him out, and now this one.
If that doesn't make the #1 play, I don't know what will. That was fancy. Think about that. 2 outs and 1 pitch. That's why they call that the pitcher's best friend. We've seen great defense. Figgins saved a run in the first inning with a nice backhand Olay play down the third base line.
Here is Dwayne Wise. Out of play. Wise has doubled and grounded out. 1 for 2 today. The Angels with 7 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. The Chicago White Sox 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Weaver nearing that 70 pitch mark, delivers and barely misses with that one.
We've seen pitching dominant Angels teams in the past, and we were going to see it this year once all the guys get in there and get healthy. But I think the offense this year is going to be able to have the ability to carry the pitching for the first month of the season.
Popped up. Kendrick takes care of it. Inning over. Good defense. Shortstop, Ibar. Second baseman, Kendrick. Morales at first. A nice double play.
Liking people just for their looks is bad. Unless you're the one looking good. Unleash your hotness with an awesome cut from Supercuts. What you got cooking? Stylish cuts, only at Supercuts, every time.
Do you feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck because of overwhelming debt? Are you getting harassing calls from creditors? If you're making minimum payments on credit cards, then you are in fact working for the credit card company, probably for a lifetime. If you're burning through retirement or savings just to pay bills, then you're waiting for a miracle finish that will never come. Stop and think. When was the last time you made a dollar you didn't owe? If this sounds like you, then you may be a candidate for bankruptcy. Stop throwing good money after bad. A bankruptcy is your constitutional privilege. Did you know that a well-executed bankruptcy strategy may allow you to keep your house, your car, personal items, and even $17,000 in savings? Did you know that bankruptcy has the power to stop a foreclosure and usually increase your credit score after the first year? Don't fall for the debt consolidation scam. Call the bankruptcy attorneys at the National Legal Alliance. We'll answer your questions and fight hard to give you a fresh start. Call now for your free financial evaluation. 1-800-580-5493. 1-800-580-5493.
The bloodlines are unmistakable. The new Cayenne GTS, Porsche, there is no substitute.
Angels 7, White Sox 2. New pitcher comes on. Jose Contreras takes over from Bartolo Colon, Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler. And we are now joined by Angels general manager Tony Regan's in the booth. And Tony, is it the time of the year of spring where when you look down you go, this team scored 97 runs the last 8+ games? You're saying, let's start the season last week.
Yeah, the whole spring's been like that. The team has played very, very well, and the continuity's been great. And Mike's done a good job with the camp, so we're excited about starting the season.
You know, Tony, there's a lot of people out there that have been in baseball a long time saying, it's only spring training. But you know what I tell them? I go, okay, then our minor league system's better than anybody else's. Because those guys played a bulk of the time the first 3 weeks.
That's true. They came up and done a tremendous job. We're just really pleased at the way they've gone about their business on the minor league side and the depth that they've provided for us and will provide for us during the season. So that's exciting. We have a good camp going, and we're going to keep moving forward.
Tony, has this been a challenging spring training when you consider they begin in mid-February, play all of March, the WBC, and we don't start until April 6th? I mean, how has Mike and how have you juggled it?
It's been a spring of adjustments with the WBC taking some players away from us, and Bobby Abreu specifically not being able to work with Tory and Vlad and Juan Rivera has been a challenge, but we've worked through it, and it's going to work out fine. Guys are ready to get back to California and get going, and hopefully we can just stay healthy.
Tony, second full year now as a GM for yourself. How impressed are you now watching Mike? Because there's a nice gapper right there. That's Kendry Morales again, going to the gap. And Tony, last year when they acquired Teixeira, there's always a gamble you got to take. But I didn't already ask you guys, what's our insurance policy if we lose Teixeira?
We did. We talked about that a lot. Casey Kotzman obviously is a tremendous player. He grew up in our system. But we had Kendry, down in the minor leagues, and we felt really comfortable with being able to, if in the event we lost Mark Teixeira, have Kendry step up and take over at first base.
Well, do you like what you've seen this spring from Kendry?
Oh, he's doing a tremendous job. He's swinging the bat with authority and playing good defense and really running hard on the bases. So he's done everything we've asked of him, and he's going to keep moving forward.
And Tony, he seems more confident, and I say that because the last couple of years you would have to go to him in the clubhouse and say, hey, Kendry, how's it going? Now he's coming to us and saying, hey, how's it going, shaking your hand. He feels like he's ready.
He does. He's making the adjustment to the culture. He's speaking a lot more English, which is important for him, and really feeling comfortable around this environment. And he's been great, just both on and off the field. And I think this year is going to be big for him. He's going to be very important to our lineup.
Was yesterday one of those challenges every general manager has to face? Gary Matthews Jr. up right now. The Angels very deep in the outfield.
It is. Gary is a tremendous player. We know that, and we just didn't expect him to be as healthy as he is at this point in the spring. And he's come in and surprised all of us, including the medical staff and even himself. And we sat down with him yesterday and had a real candid conversation with him. He knows where we stand, and he knows where we stand. So we're going to be fine.
Well, he gets a base hit here to knock home Kenby Morales to make it 8-2.
Right, in his second hit and ribby of the day. Now, that's a good thing. You want Matthews, you want all your players, even the young guys, to perform well, because that means that they're attracted to other teams, and that only makes the organization better, doesn't it, Tony?
It does. No question with Gary on our club, we're a stronger club, and again, there's other teams and other scouts here that are watching our club on a daily basis, and it gives you opportunities to make a trade or do something down the line during the season. So the important thing is that every player has to play hard every inning.
Mike Napoli, now the batter. He homered his last time up, a long shot to right center field, and Contreras with the pitch, and Napoli takes strike one. Mike Scioscia, your manager, says you go to sleep at night thinking of organizational depth. Has that depth been tested with starting pitching?
It has. With the injuries to Lackey, Escobar, Santana, it does keep you awake at night. But our minor league system, our scouts have done a tremendous job in providing depth that we need with Lukes and Mosley and Aiden Hart. So we should be able to fill in the gaps until we get some of the regulars back. But we have to make adjustments and keep moving forward. And injuries are part of the game, so you just have to plan for them, and hopefully you can get guys back at the right time so you can move forward and have a strong season.
Napoli lines out Matthews. They say did not get back to the bag in time. First base umpire called him out, so a line out into a double play. Tony Regans, thanks so much for stopping by.
All right, guys,
Tony,
thanks for having me.
Good luck in your pursuit of some new hardware this year.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Here you go. Here are your burgers.
The pricey restaurant burger these guys can't stop talking about is actually from Carl's Jr.
How are y'all doing today?
The Kentucky Bourbon $6 burger for about $5.
I just paid $14 for a Carl's Jr. $6 burger without blinking an eye.
Yo, Southern Cal, here's a lesson on how we roll in Philly. California roll, forget it. Roll with a genuine Philly cheesesteak from Philly's Best. Oh, yeah. Philly's Best is the only place in Southern Cal where you can get authentic Philly cheesesteaks and hoagies made just like they do in South Philly. Don't be fooled by pretenders. It ain't real Philly unless it's Philly's Best.
Call 866-7-PHILLY or visit eatphillysbest.com to find a location near you.
Now that's how you roll Philly style.
They come from near and far to the place where the great ones are. They are ride warriors, and they come to conquer the steel and wood of Knott's Berry Farm. 39 wild rides, including 10 mean coasters. Knott's Berry Farm. Ride on, ride warriors. Ride on. Save $20 per ticket at Knott's.com.
Fox Sports West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by all 59 Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Here in the desert, Jered Weaver pitching awfully well. He's allowed just 2 runs in 5 innings, out for his 6th, and this is his longest outing of the year. Weaver has thrown 72 pitches. Colon got the start through 71, but he only went 4 innings and then gave way to Jose Contreras. So Jered Weaver getting ready. He'll have one more start this Saturday as he'll stay in Arizona and pitch in a minor league game.
See him writing the initials of his grandparents at the back of that mound? There's a young man with some respect. Love that.
Initials EHH for Ed and Helen Hamlin. His deceased maternal grandparents loved him. He said they were at so many of his high school baseball games, high school basketball games. Very good basketball player, averaged about 18 a game. And he's a great athlete. Bud Black talked about Jered Weaver because he said he has a very unorthodox delivery, but he said you must be a great athlete if you can repeat that delivery. There's a ball struck well, and Hunter off to the races and dives. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Spider-Man.
Well, when that ball left the bat, I saw where Hunter was playing, and I watched the trajectory of the ball, and I'm thinking, man, there's no way he's going to get there without having to dive. And sure enough, He was able to time it. Takes great roots to the ball. One of the reasons he won the gold last year for his 8th straight Gold Glove. Tory Hunter, he knows how to play the position. Look at that. Lands on his belly. Hands up. Weave says, you know what, guys? You have done a great job from behind me today. Double plays.
4 great plays defensively.
No question. And this is an Angel trait, and this is how you get to postseason. Pitching and defense, and they're hitting this year. They've got it all. I'm not going to go out and beat the drum because it's so early, but this is a very powerful ball club this year in all elements.
That ball roped to left field by Carlos Quentin. He will reach, and Quentin cruises into second base with the double. Fans, the Angels have a great ticket special for the April 7th through the 9th games against Oakland. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week. Tickets are available for just $3 in the entire view level, $5 in the lower view level, and $10 in the right and left field pavilions. Use the password VLAD at the Angel Stadium ticket window or angelsbaseball.com to purchase tickets or for more information about this exciting opening week offer. Great deals. And all 3 of those games will be 7 o'clock affairs. The opener is at 6 o'clock on Monday against the Athletics. And following the A's, the Boston Red Sox in town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, a week from this weekend. Jim Thome, the batter. He struck out and grounded out. Chicago 0 for 6 today with runners in scoring position.
That tells me that Weaver's doing a nice job of executing the pitches when he has to. And, of course, with his defense, he'll be the first to compliment them.
He hasn't had very many 2-0 counts that he currently has. He's been ahead of most every White Sox, and this is a team really strong offensively.
Yeah, with that gust blowing, he'll have to be careful with this pitch here. Thome's looking for dead red fastball. Just missed.
3 balls, no strikes.
Thome doesn't need any wind to hit home runs.
They hit 235 last year, led the major leagues. They were the 3rd highest total in team history. Since 2000, the White Sox lead the major leagues in home runs, 1,970. And there's ball 4 to Jim. Well, they may set up the double play. They've turned a couple a day.
But you know, Angel fans have a lot to be excited about this year for a lot of reasons. You know, ticket prices being one. You know, you can get good bargains to come to the ball game, but they're watching an exciting team that knows how to play the game, managed by, I think, the best manager in baseball. He pays attention to detail. They scout well. They have homegrown products. They got guys that are talented, depth. It's a tough organization. And you know, you can't help but get excited about the potential of having John Lackey, Kelvin Escobar, Santana, Saunders, and Weaver. Those are 5 number 1s and number 2s. Those are horses.
3 of them need to get healthy. And,
right.
Lackey may miss a week, maybe even more. Santana likely will miss the entire month of April.
Yeah, but that's fine. They got an offense who can carry the pitching if they need to.
Dye hits one high in the air, deep to center. Hunter back near the warning track pulls it down. 1 runner will advance from second to third. That's Quentin, but Thome stays put at first base. 2 outs now in the 6th inning.
Okay, we saw Hunter make a diving play, but watch this, how he turns his back sideways to the sun. Now this on contact is a big sun field. Now he'll run sideways the whole way. That way he's looking this way out of the sun. You know, so he knows how to play the sun, even though he played in that Metrodome that had a roof all those years. Of course, the roof was tough to pick the ball up out of it because it was white. But Tory Hunter, he's a real pro and a treat to watch play.
And fans, spend your Easter Sunday at Angel Stadium with an exciting matchup of American League rivals as the Angels host the Red Sox April 12th. Free activities for kids include coloring Easter eggs, appearances by the Easter Bunny, and a post-game parade around the bases for kids 12 and under. Don't forget to make your Easter brunch reservations at the Home Plate Club by calling 714-940-2470. And to purchase your game tickets, visit angelsbaseball.com. That's against Boston April 12th, Easter egg hunt. Red Sox in town. Angels hunting for a red October again. Polkanurko.
Yeah, but you know, the injuries to the pitchers you were mentioning, Fizz, we're not talking he's going to be out till the All-Star break or he's going to be out till August. I mean, these are just injuries that are they might miss a start or two early in the season, which is good for the younger guys to get a chance and let Mike Scioscia see how they look.
Ground ball third, eats up Figgins, still has time. High throw, safe at first, the run scores. It should be an error charge to Sean. It will be his third this spring.
Well, you know, they're only human. That was a hot shot. Figgy couldn't get the handle on it first time around, and he rushed the throw, and it pulled Kendry Morales off the bag there. See? So he kind of rushes the throw sidearm, and it got up a little bit, and Morales does a good job of it, at least not letting it get by him. But you can't blame the defense. They've saved 2 runs already for Weaver. Morales is much improved over there at first base.
Pierzynski skies it in the air, right field. Gary Matthews Jr. under it. Makes the catch, an unearned run for Chicago. But Weaver pitching well through 6. Gives up 2 earned.
You know, it's obvious why Wingstop is America's favorite place for wings. But a lot of people come here just because of their fries. And who can blame them? They're made from select Idaho potatoes, cut fresh every day in every restaurant, cooked to perfection, so each one is golden brown and crispy. Then there's the secret seasoning for that one-of-a-kind taste. They're great, all right, but you gotta admit, Fry Stop really doesn't have the same ring to it.
Wingstop, the wing
and fries
experts.
Announcing the Spring Advantage event. Take advantage now and beat the California sales tax increase. Enclave and Acadia, both Consumer Guide Best Buy winners. Pontiac G8, more powerful than a BMW 550i and more fuel efficient. Take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months. That's $5,500 average finance savings. Beat the tax and save a fortune at your Southern California Buick Pontiac GMC dealer.
Fireworks courtesy of Wells Fargo. Angels baseball, we are Fan Strong.
Time now for Lexus's pursuing perfection. It's about defense.
Oh man, watch this hop. Whoop. Figgy backhands it, gathers himself, and throws a dart across the diamond, showing off an arm. Talk about arms. Look at Ibar. Whoa, man, is that a cannon? And he's not done. Look at the backhand flip. Houdini over to Kendrick. Beautiful. And Tory Hunter getting some grass stains on for Jered Weaver, and Weaver appreciates it. And so does Lexus, pursuing perfection.
Pretty good Monday.
Oh, man, it's been a great telecast. We got some stuff from Dino, Tory Hunter's interview with Howie Kendrick was fun, and the fireworks the Angels have been going with, and Mike Butcher's conversation. I mean, this is what spring training is all about.
Well, here is Eric Ibar, who's also been pursuing perfection. He's 8 for his last 8. Contreras to Ibar, ball 1. Rex, when you consider here it is a Monday afternoon, fans back waiting to watch a little baseball. They got their fill of college basketball yesterday. Now they get to hardball. Ibar takes a strike.
Will he make it out? That's the question.
He has 17 hits in his last 21 at-bats. This guy plays a lot of baseball. If he was a basketball player, you'd call him a gym rat because he is around the game working at it all the time. Fouled off. Played winter ball, like 50 games in winter ball, at a terrific playoff in the Dominican Winter Series. Caribbean Series.
What is he, 8 for 8 now?
8 for his last 8.
It's crazy.
Look at that. Cute couple. Ibar takes a floater that is high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And what we see is some of the wonderful things about spring training because the proximity of field to the fans is closer. The players, when they leave the game, they'll stop by and sign some autographs. And
that's the grassy knoll.
Casual.
Yeah, the grassy knoll out there in left field. Folks spread a blanket out, come on out and catch some sun on a beautiful day. Might have reached 75, but the start of the game was 72, a little bit of a breeze. But still, if you're sitting in that sun, you better have some sunscreen or a hat or a towel. Even a t-shirt will work, as long as it's red.
Ibar hanging in there. 3-2 count with Contreras. And that's perfect. Look at even our cameraman.
That's right.
Set the stage. Hat and towel.
How does he hear through the towel? His headset's on.
He keeps his headset on. Now, unlike others.
John Gonzalez, our director, he talks to him through that headset. He tells him which guys to shoot.
Ibar finally strikes out.
Oh, he's in a slump.
He's now 8 for 9.
Yeah. Good run, Eric. Too bad you didn't save that for the season. Of course, though, you have the potential to do that during the regular season. He can run. See, a guy with speed like Figgy, Ibar, you get a lot of infield hits with them legs. That's sometimes envy. The power hitters are envious of them because they get thrown out. They're not fast. They can't get the infield hits like these guys can.
And sometimes when you're in that groove, you just want to stay there. I remember a 3-game stretch Tim Salmon had, and I believe he had like 13 for 15. You just couldn't get him out. It was like late May back in the mid-90s. Figgins takes a strike at the knees. Jose Contreras battling Bartolo Colon for maybe the final spot in that Chicago rotation.
Yeah, but if I'm either one of these two guys, Colon or Contreras, I want to come in when Contreras has come in, because you know you're going to face a few replacements late in the game that may not be exactly big league hitters, and he saw the Angels go off on Colon, so they're bound to cool off. So Contreras has the mental edge here.
A 3-1 count on Sean Figgins. But when you think of Contreras, you think back when they won the World Championship, a power pitcher, and he's more of an off-speed guy with that forkball now. But Burley is their #1 with Gavin Floyd, a 17-game winner last year, and John Danks. That'll be their first 3. Figgins takes another. Clayton Richards, a pretty good young prospect that they like, and then Colon and Contreras. Full count, 3-2. Ball 4. Angels lead 8-3. Angels left-hander Darren Oliver warming up in the pen after Jered Weaver went 6 solid innings, gave up 2 earned runs. And certainly the Angels defense helped out Jered, but even in that 3rd inning, Rex, I don't think he deserved to give up any runs, because that bloop double that Josh Fields struck on a great breaking ball low and away.
Well, like we said earlier, spring training statistics aren't really that important. So Weaver, you know, he's not worried about that at all. He just...
And Figgins will steal second base. Sean with his 8th steal this spring.
Yep, got a good jump. Brzezinski, he's not known for throwing guys out too much, because Contreras gets the ball home very slowly. So Figgy got a good jump. And when you take that much time getting the ball home, it's an easy bag.
Where Sean really has been solid this spring, batting near 400. He's been walking more. Kendrick has been seeing a lot of pitches and fouls this one off. And I say that because sometimes Howie in the past might make an out on the first 2 pitches in an at-bat. But he's been seeing 6, 7 pitches per at-bat in this game.
Well, the Angels' offense is much improved.
Kendrick to right field. Dye. He can't reach it. Sean will hold at third base. It'll go as a base hit for Kendrick. He's 2 for 4.
Okay, now with the wind blowing out to right center field, and Howie Kendrick, the way he hits that way, Dye took a step back. The ball hits off the end of his bat. See, the outfielder can't normally read that. It's hard read, but I'll tell you, Ozzie Guillen did not like to see Jermaine Dye do this, because you can jam a wrist, you can hurt yourself big time there, and especially in spring training. But I like the effort there by Jermaine. But Howie will take that other knock, and the Angels again got first and third, 1 out, chance to score some more runs.
Is Turris batting for Bobby Abreu. Speed in the bases. Kendrick doesn't go, pitch outside. With 1 out, we've seen Mike Scioscia double steal in the past. With 2 outs, we've seen him do it as well. But it usually would be with a struggling hitter at the plate. Turris had back problems earlier this year. Talking to Meiser before the ball game, Rex, Turris was saying he played 28 games in winter ball, and he said sometimes there's more pressure in the games in Venezuela than there are in the big leagues.
Well, we saw in the WBC how excited the fans get. I mean, there's a lot of fans, and you know that's their main sport too, outside of soccer maybe. I mean, baseball is a warm weather climate sport, and those countries have been playing it for a long time, and they're passionate fans. Not that our fans aren't, but these countries are a little smaller and they take a little more pride at sometimes. But Meister is a very nice player. I mean, he can do a lot. Both sides of the plate, switch hitter. He can play any infield spot for you, third, second, or short, and start for a long period of time.
He's put himself in a favorable count at 3-1. See if they send Kendrick. He goes. Pitch is taken. Ball 4. Angels have him loaded for the big man, Vladimir Guerrero.
Oh, man. See, now that's what I'm talking about. He knew who was hitting behind him, Meister Turris. He says, you know, why am I going to swing at a pitch and make it out when the premium RBI guy's coming up behind me? Daddy, he's due.
Guerrero today has grounded into a double play, hit a sacrifice fly to knock in his 4th run of the spring, and also grounded out. Base is loaded. Mighty rip.
And the crowd will tell you. Ooh. Yeah. Contreras going to that breaking ball away from Vlad. He also has the tumbling forkball. He had a mighty rip.
Vlad rips it to left. Into the corner. Up against the wall. Fagan scores. Kendrick scores. They're going to send his Turris, and he will score, and the Angels go up 11-3.
That's what the fans came here for, to see Big Daddy unload. We talked about him in our open, how the 22 wins of the Angels of this spring is a franchise record, and they've done it largely without Big Daddy. And he's in there. Look, he pulls his hands inside on a ball that was 3 inches inside and down. Watch this angle. Great angle here. And he just pulls him in and laces a double off that wall as he comes off the field for a pinch runner to a nice ovation.
So the Angels have now scored 101 runs in their last 9 games.
Call it what you want. Call it spring training.
Call it.
But let me just
tell
you.
The season starting right now.
And since we're calling, they might as well call the cops on spring training, because the Angels are just running away with it. And even though it doesn't mean anything, it sure, managers love to win rather than lose. You ask any of them. So would you rather have a winning spring or a losing spring? They'll all tell you we want to win, because we develop and then we instill the winning attitude as we head into the season.
Brandon Wood, the new batter, and Demetrius Washington is wearing the same number as Howie Kendrick. I wasn't sure if we had a Les Johnson sighting, but it's Demetrius Washington. That's the Angels' depth, Rex.
Let's see what Brandon can do.
He's had a solid spring. He's in the hole now to Contreras. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big Daddy clears the bases with 1 swing, a rocket to left field.
He's got the dreads. Dreadlocks hanging down. Mickey Hatcher calls those snakes, and they get angry when he doesn't hit. He says all those little dreadlocks, they turn into snakes and they start biting people.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just giving you some insight from the dugout.
I thought that was one of your splinters.
Nope. I've got plenty of them. Let's see what Brandon can do. Contreras, again, vying for that 5th spot in today's performance is going to hinge largely on that, whether he makes that 5th spot against Bartolo. Both of them have been giving up a lot of runs here in this game. So it might be a flip of the coin for Chicago manager.
And Contreras did not give Wood anything good to hit with first base open, and Brandon chases a breaking ball away from him and strikes out. So who has the edge fighting for that last spot? It's Oliver. He's completed his workout and is ready for the top of the 7th inning.
Well, you know what? They're both veteran pitchers, and you can't go wrong with either one of them because they have experience. They know it's spring training too. Keep in mind, even though they're giving their best effort today. But you know, to have either one of them, it's good for the White Sox. Now, I don't know if they'll be able to keep one or the other if the other one gets released, or if they want to. I don't think they want either one of these guys to pitch in their bullpen. But it'll be an interesting decision. And a lot of spring training decisions are difficult, especially this time of year. And that's why managers, Mike Scioscia, he'll have the entire coaching staff, Regans, all in that conference room after every game and before every game, and they talk about the guys, their performances, what they're going to do. I'm sure Ozzie Guillen, the manager of the White Sox, has the same meetings. But we've witnessed today a lot of things. But one thing that's been kind of interesting is Contreras, a Cuban, Morales, a Cuban, Lexi Ramirez, a Cuban, all out there. Guys that have defected successfully and have made the game of Major League Baseball better with their appearances. They're good players.
Morales with his 3rd hit of the game. A triple, a double, now a single. And Washington coming home and scoring the Angels' 12th run.
This is a floater. Contreras, see, he uses that split finger, that tumbling forkball, and if it stays up in the zone, it can be hit. Watch Morales wait on this. Very patient. Waits, foot goes down, and he just uses his hands. He didn't have an arm swing there. He just waited for it, and if it's elevated, it gives the hitter a much better chance of putting it in play.
Sean Rodriguez will now hit for Gary Matthews Jr. Matthews had a good game with a pair of hits and 2 RBIs, and Sean having a solid spring, hitting .302 and really giving the Angels a great deal of depth and versatility because he can play 5 different positions. He can play second, short, and all 3 outfield spots.
The thing that impressed me last year when he came up when Howie Kendrick was down was his defense. Okay, your first time through as a hitter in the American League, you're going to struggle, and he did. But he never took it out to defense with him. Some young players have a problem with that. If they're struggling with the bat, they put their head down and they pout a little bit. Next thing you know, they boot the ball. But his primary goal and his responsibility was with the glove, and he was flawless at second base. He looked really good.
Ball got away from Pierzynski, but not far enough. Morales stays put. And Rex, about a guy like Sean Rodriguez, other athletes you might say he's a second baseman, he's a shortstop, this guy's a center fielder. But with Sean Rodriguez, you say he's a ball player.
Right, and he's only 23 years old, and this kid's matured a lot. And he's evolving as a hitter. He's getting a lot better. And so, you know, Mike Scioscia, we're talking about the depth that he has. It just only gets better. This kid's 23. He'll be his 24th birthday will be April 26th.
And he's got power. 15 home runs in AAA last year, and then 3 in the bigs.
Yes, he does. Good opposite field power.
Outside.
But they've been playing him in center field a little bit out here in spring, and second base, and play shortstop. I mean, you're only as good sometimes as your 24th, 25th man. If one of these guys comes up and wins a game for you, You're outstanding.
In the hole, Fields with a nice play, gets the force at second base. That ends the inning, but Contreras had to throw 37 pitches in the inning.
Gather the family and set out the plates. KFC has a deal to fill the whole gang. 14 drumsticks and thighs, 2 large mashed potatoes with gravy, a large coleslaw, 6 biscuits, and a chocolate cake. It's only $19.99, and it's only at KFC.
Danica Patrick, Scott Dixon, Marco Andretti. All the cars and stars of the IndyCar Series will be scorching the streets of Long Beach April 16th through the 19th at the 35th Annual Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. Enjoy 2 free concerts starring El Tree and Puddle of Mud, 6 races including the Toyota Pro Celebrity Race, Tequila Patron American Le Mans Series, and so much more. Be there to feel the heat.
If you want to learn how to fight, Gracie Combatives is for you. And now, for the first time ever available on TV, you too can get street ready with the Gracie Combatives DVD collection.
Gracie Combatives, it's the best of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Discover the secrets the most dominant fighters in the world already know. And now, in this once-in-a-lifetime TV offer, you can get the first 6 lessons absolutely free. That's 2 DVDs, packed with over 3 hours of Gracie family fighting secrets. A $60 value, all for free.
Even though I'm a 230-pound police officer, I would not walk the streets without Gracie Combatives.
Best of all, you can preview 3 more lessons automatically each month. No minimum to buy. Cancel anytime. Learn to defeat an opponent of any size quickly and easily.
Bottom line is Gracie Combatives can save your life.
You may never have to use it, but won't you feel better knowing you could?
Sometimes you don't pick the fight picks you. Learn Gracie Combatives. Be ready.
Call now and we'll also send you the Combatives Handbook and Fight Chart. That's 2 DVDs, the Handbook and the Fight Chart. A $75 value, all free.
That young athlete dressed well. He's kind of wobbly, but wearing that angel red. And the Halos are up 12-3 in the Chicago White Sox. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler. And we're now joined by New Angels outfielder Bobby Abreu. And Bobby, good to have you with us. I was looking at your numbers. You are an extra base machine. Last 11 years, do you know you've averaged 70 extra base hits a season?
I didn't know that, but it's good to know it.
How do you like the new club?
Oh, I enjoy it so bad over here. I mean, it's a nice chemistry over here, nice guys. Young guys, they know how to play the game, they have fun, and I mean, it's a winning team, so I really enjoy it over here.
Bobby, you guys aren't going to have any trouble scoring runs, it looks like so far.
Oh man, you know, I left here for the World Classic and came back over here, and they already scored like 150 runs. So that's amazing. Man. That's amazing. These guys every game they go to A plus runs. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, they can score runs. Unbelievable.
Bobby, we're so happy that you're with us in this team, and the Angels fans get a chance for the first time to know you a little bit. What do you like? What are some of your hobbies? Do you have family? You know, give us a little insight on you.
I'm alone, pretty lonely guy. Yeah, just, you know, I just like to go. I mean, stay in the house, you know, watch movies. Sometimes I go to theaters. I'm sorry, and just lay down, you know, just enjoy the life and the nice way.
And I understand you played soccer, basketball, baseball growing up. When did baseball become your first love or your main love?
Well, I always playing baseball, always, you know, but I loved, you know, play soccer too. So it's kind of like in between in that. But I was better than baseball than the soccer. And I just, you know, I was all right, and I don't think I could have been available, you know, to make it to be a professional soccer player. But it was a lot of fun, and I was really enjoy it. But you know, I decided, you know, to stay and play baseball.
And you're from Maracay, right?
Maracay, yeah.
What is that like, that area? Because that's kind of rainforest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half from the capital. And there was remember David Concepcion?
Yes.
Yeah, that's when where he's from. And it's like a little town. The people play baseball a lot over there. You know, it's a baseball and soccer over there. So they really enjoy it. It's a nice town, and there's not too many things to do over there.
Hey Bobby, now you've been very successful in your career, both in the National League and now in the American League with the Yankees and the Phillies. Now, what's the tougher league for you to hit in?
Wow. Well, the both leagues are tough. You know, I think it's a different kind of game, American League and National League. You know, because you got the pitchers. They have to hit. You know, and you have to just play different and on the. In the game, but I think in the National League they throw a lot of fastballs, and in the American League they throw anything. They throw a lot of breaking pitches. They throw sometimes you're going to see it's 1 or 2 fastballs in the per at bat. So I think it's a different way to see it, but I really enjoy the American League.
Now, Bobby, when you broke in with the Phillies your first year, I was a teammate of yours.
Yeah,
and
98,
right,
man.
and you were a good hitter then. But where did you develop the plate discipline? I mean, to have a 405 on-base percentage throughout your career, that's outstanding. How did that come about?
Well, I've always been that way, since I was in the minor league. And I like to work the count. I like to be on base. No matter what, I have to just get on base, And for some reason, I always there, just something in the game that when you have the on base percentage and you have a high on base percentage, that tells you that you're always in the game. You're always on base. You always start to get rallies, So and it helps the team to start a rally. Too. So I think it's one of the compliments in the game that you have to just concentrate and work on that. And I think that's why I'm really concentrating and focusing, to be on base.
Bobby, you're one of the most patient hitters in the game. Hitting instructor Mickey Hatcher said he wants the younger players to watch your approach. Have you talked to some of the younger players about your style?
Well, I've been talking to Ivar and Sturis and the other young guys. They came to me and talk about hitting. And I just say a few things. You're not going to get it right away, but if you feel comfortable in the play, if you believe what you're doing in the play and believe in yourself, you're gonna get it, and you're gonna be more patient in the play. For some reason, I just like to see pitches. I can be aggressive. It depends on situations in the game, but most of the time, I'm just gonna be patient. I want to let the guys behind me let them know what the pitch is going to throw. What it had, how's the fastball, the curveball, any breaking pitch, and so they can have especially in this team. I have a Vladdy and I have the Tory Hunter. Those guys very aggressive in the play. So to see them make them know what the pitches has, I think it's going to take advantage, for us. And be patient in the play. To me, I don't know. It's just something that I was been doing since I was a kid. So it's hard to teach him. But one of the things is believe what you're doing and the trust, you said on the play.
Bobby, last year you joined Barry Bonds, Ricky Henderson as the only players to amass 200 homers and 300 stolen bases while maintaining a 400 on-base percentage. How proud are you to be in the names with those greats?
I'm very excited about it. When I heard that, I was like, I almost cried about it. Be talking about Barry Bonds, Ricky Henderson, all those Hall of Fame guys. The people love them. How they play the game, how famous they are, and being in that group to me or the category is very exciting, and I just want to just keep going, and just keep put some numbers, and be in a special group.
Bobby, Angel fans are going to come to love you, man. I'm telling you, it's exciting. You're going to love the sellout crowds every day, and so we're really happy that you're with us.
Thank you, my man. Thank you very much.
Bobby, thank you very much. Angels' new left fielder, Bobby Abreu.
He's got skills, Fizz. Ooh, he's good, man. Way to go, Bobby. Have a great season.
Thank you, man.
Defense, offense, base running. Angels 12-3 leaders today over the Chicago White Sox, who won the Central last year by 1 game over Minnesota. Carlos Quentin at the plate, his count 3-1, 2 on.
Man, how fresh is he? Another guy with a smile, another veteran who gets it, who's well-spoken, who's not afraid to share. I mean, the Angels keep coming up with free agents
to enhance their ball club, not only between the lines, but also in the clubhouse.
You know what? I think Tony Regans, Bill Stoneman, Mike Scioscia have been very aware of getting good character guys.
No question. What a find.
And Bobby Abreu, from what we understand, the guys like Ibar as tourists really look up to him, talk to him all the time. And Mickey Hatcher, Angels hitting instructor, likes to put guys together, groupings where some of the younger guys can watch a guy like Abreu, can watch a guy like Vlad Guerrero, Howie Kendrick. He even said, you know, I'm following around Tory Hunter all the time. That's the final out of the inning. Oliver gets out of trouble in the 7th, and the Angels winning 12-3. We'll be right back.
On Monday, Fox Sports West is seeing red. This week, K-Rod takes out A-Rod and the Bronx Bombers in Game 5 of the 2005 ALDS. Angels Red Monday Classics, tonight at 7 on Fox Sports West.
Welcome to the Rib Company post-game news report. Let's go to the news conference and listen in.
Coach, the team's versatility has really shown through in the last few games. Can you comment on that?
Well, you can't win without versatility. I mean, dine-in, takeout, catering, banquets.
Ribs, chicken, sausage, as well as that salad.
With grilled artichokes, onion bricks, and sausage bites.
Newport Rib Company has everything.
It's all about great barbecue, and the coaches know where to get it. And for you to get it, check out ribcompany.com.
So here's how my plan works. First, we will make it possible for an estimated 4 to 5 million currently ineligible homeowners who receive their mortgages through Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac to refinance their mortgages at a lower rate.
Hi, I'm attorney James Parse with the Parse Law Group. President Obama's foreclosure relief plan is excellent news for homeowners with Fannie or Freddie mortgages. At the Parse Law Group, we can help you determine if you qualify for this new plan, as well as navigate the complex regulations and paperwork. Remember, millions will be applying, and you need an advocate on your side. And even if you don't qualify for this specific plan, there are other alternatives to lower your monthly payments. We have thousands of saved homes under our belt and are absolutely committed to struggling homeowners. Call now to see if you qualify.
800-515-1605. 800-515-1605.
On fun at spring training, Tempe, Arizona. Angels 12, White Sox 3. Halos coming home 1 week from today. The home opener against the Oakland Athletics. Still tickets available for that 6 o'clock start. Then great seats available for games Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday against the A's. Ryan Buddy is the new Angel hitter. And Ryan is batting for Mike Napoli. So Napoli went 6 solid innings coming back from that shoulder trouble. Luis Figueroa has moved to the on-deck circle to bat for the Halos.
This is the time of the game in spring training where a lot of guys are coming in and out. And, you know, this is really, though, a good long stint for the regulars now. This week he'll start playing them deeper and deeper into ball games so they can get their timing. Ryan Buddy's had an impressive spring. Scioscia's got 4 guys, 4 catchers that are ready to step in at any time. Talk about the depth in the different positions, outfield mainly, but the catching department, they've really managed to do well with Mathis, Napoli, and Bobby Wilson, and this kid Ryan Buddy. There's Weaver getting a little jog in.
He pitched well. 6 innings, solid baseball, 2 earned runs allowed, excuse me.
Yeah, little jog in the park. And you're allowed to do that in spring training. You just go out and get there running in and kind of watch the action. You know, ball comes out in the gap, you'll kind of get out of the way of it, but really everything's relaxed here in the spring. That's TJ Harrington, the Angels athletic trainer. He's he's their strength and conditioning guy.
Contreras with the pitch to Buddy, who swings and pops it foul back and out of play. Justin Spire, former military man. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the guy who planted that flag up on top of the hill.
Yeah, there was a big flag up there.
He was in the Marines.
Top of the buttes.
Contreras pitch, and Buddy fouls it off again. Quite a battle. A 2-2 count. Angels with 12 runs on 16 hits, 2 errors. There's the flag that Spire likely climbed up there and did his morning workout.
Well, he was better off this time of year doing that, because I'm sure during the hot summer there's a lot of critters that crawl in their bellies that are pretty dangerous that live up there. Snakes.
Yeah, but they're friendly snakes. They let you know that they're coming.
They rattle at least.
Yeah, those copperheads, those water moccasins, unfriendly snakes.
Right. Now those are in the water, though.
Yeah, but they don't make noise.
You're right.
I like the friendly snakes.
But he's got a good AB going here. He's got some time the last 2 seasons with the Angels.
3-2 pitch. Ground ball second. Right there, Getz throws him out. Hey fans, on Thursday, April 9th, the Angels will be inducting Chuck Finley and Brian Downing into the Angels Hall of Fame. All fans in attendance will receive a free Angels Hall of Fame inductee plaque courtesy of AT&T. Tickets for this game are now available for $3 in the view level and $5 in the lower view level when using the password VLAD at the Angels Stadium ticket window or angelsbaseball.com. How about that? $3, $5. Great seats at Angel Stadium, and Finley and Downing will be honored.
Oh man, I'm telling you, they waited a long time.
Figueroa to center field, and on his horse is Wise, and he reaches it, and Luis is the second out. Remember last time the Angels honored Chuck Finley with Gary DiSarcina, and Chuck was driving that golf cart out to the mound and knocked Gary out of the golf cart.
Yeah, and he jumped the mound and almost rolled the cart right out there before the game. But it's great. Chuck Finley, Brian Downing, 2 well-deserved guys to go in the Angel Hall of Fame. That'll be fun. Fans want to make sure to come out and tip your hat to those guys who entertained you for so many years.
Give him Guerrero.
Clay Fuller just broke his bat. Clay came on to play center field in that last inning. He's a speedy outfielder. Spent a lot of time at Cedar Rapids last year, and they like his potential. He is a good athlete, very good speed. Swings and misses at the Contreras offering. He's in the hole 0-2.
No, he's a tall lad. Kind of reminds me of Dale Murphy with his build. He's tall, except Murph hit from the right side. Clay hits from the left.
Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. For some reason, I thought you were going to say somebody else.
Well, you know, everyone has their own interpretation of who a young player reminds them.
Right.
No one's exactly right, but
Fuller lifts it foul, back and out of play. Angels 1 week away from starting the regular season. A 6:05 game against the A's 1 week from today. Then 3 7 o'clock games against the Oakland Athletics with great seats available and great ticket prices. Then the Boston Red Sox for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The 1-2. Broken bat. He broke 2 in this at-bat, and the catch is made. So the equipment manager's saying, man, Mr. Fuller, you're expensive.
Please obey all traffic laws to and from the restaurant.
Do you have overwhelming debt? Are creditors harassing you? Are you making minimum payments, burning through savings, and constantly borrowing money? If you don't remember the last time you made $1 you didn't owe, then you may be a candidate for bankruptcy. A well-executed bankruptcy strategy may allow you to keep your house, your car, personal items, and even $17,000 in savings. Call the bankruptcy attorneys at the National Legal Alliance for a fresh start and a free evaluation. 1-800-580-5493. 1-800-580-5493.
The few, the proud, the Marines.
What if your car didn't come from a factory, but out in the world where you actually drive? It would be better designed around you, the driver, with the kind of technology and features that not only anticipate your needs, but help improve your focus on the road ahead. Ultimately, reinventing the way you move through the world. The all-new 2010 Lexus RX at your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Angels 12, White Sox 3. Fans, the Angels have a great ticket special for those games we were talking about against the A's next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tickets available for just $3 in the entire view level, $5 in the lower view level, and $10 in the right and left field pavilions. Use the password VLAD at the Angels Stadium ticket window or angelsbaseball.com to purchase tickets or for more information about this exciting opening week offer. And I want your fans to know that Artie Moreno, the owner of the team, very aware of the economy and the pressure it's putting on families, so he's kept the ticket prices low. He's done all kinds of specials, and Rex, parking is the same as last year. It's a good deal. Come on down to Angel Stadium. Here is Justin Spire. We've got a new battery, Spire to Ryan Buddy. Justin says he really feels like he's peaking at the right time. 1 week to go, 4.22 ERA. That has gone down in the last week, pitching shutout frames.
Now, he's been better with his location. And strike one's been a good pitch for him. He just missed there with Jim Thome, but Spire last season had some trouble with his fastball. His sinking fastball wasn't sinking, and left-handers were hitting him hard.
Here is Thome with a drive to center. Fuller racing back. That one's in the gap. And Jim will have himself a double.
Slider and a split finger. Those are the pitches that he'll throw. Thome checks in with his first hit of the day.
Location here, Rex?
Right, it's a little bit up. Okay, actually it wasn't a badly located pitch. It's out over the plate. You know, sometimes you got to give the hitter some credit. Of course, he's a future Hall of Famer, so that's easily deserved there.
So Justin will work against the guy who replaced Jermaine Dye in the outfield, and that will be David Cook.
Spire is a valuable veteran to have in the bullpen. He's been through it. He knows. And, you know, it's not as easy as it looks. That the plate is only 17 inches in wide. Okay, so it's tough to spot your pitches when you want them, when you want to. And hitters, they're looking for anything that's up and out over it. That's a mistake. So, you know, sometimes a guy will get hit a lot, but it's not that he's not trying. It's a location spot, but he's been working on staying on top of the ball and keeping it down. He's got a good slider, and he saves that tumbling forkball for his out pitch.
David Cooks could see it here with a 1-2 count.
They're really looking to see Spire bounce back from last season.
Cook swings and misses, and Justin strikes him out. 1 week from tonight, the Oakland A's, and here's their resume. They finished 24.5 games back of the Halos last year. Lost Brown, Embry, Gonzalez, Greg Smith, a good starting pitcher, and they're closing Houston Street. Cabrera, Garcia-Parra, Giambi, and Holiday, 4 quality additions. And the Angels certainly will get pressure from the Athletics this year as Spire's pitch gets by Buddy. Well, it'll be a wild one.
Those are good offensive players, but their problem is going to be starting pitching, and who knows who they're going to break out against the Angels. You know, they have some Dukeshire's not going to make it. He's injured. He's got a problem with his elbow, I believe, or is his shoulder. Either one, he's got some problems. Sean Gallagher, Dana Evelyn, Dallas Braden, a lot of lefties. But the kid that's really been impressive is Brett Anderson. He's a young guy.
To right field and making a fine catch. Thome's coming home. How about this? The throw will get him. A double play.
What a throw.
Tyson Auer.
Gather the family and set out the plates. KFC has a deal to fill the whole gang. 14 drumsticks and thighs, 2 large mashed potatoes with gravy, a large coleslaw, 6 biscuits, and a chocolate cake. It's only $19.99, and it's only at KFC.
Beat the April 1st sales tax increase. Save now before it's too late. Get up to $5,000 cash back today on a new full-size 08 Toyota Tundra. It's an unbeatable time to buy an unbeatable truck. So why pay more sales tax in April when you can pay less today? What else would you expect from Toyota, the most dependable and fuel-efficient car company? Time is running out. See your Toyota dealer today.
If you want to learn how to fight, Gracie Combatives is for you. And now, for the first time ever available on TV, you too can get street ready with the Gracie Combatives DVD collection.
Gracie Combatives, it's the best of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Discover the secrets the most dominant fighters in the world already know. And now, in this once-in-a-lifetime TV offer, you can get the first 6 lessons absolutely free. That's 2 DVDs, packed with over 3 hours of Gracie family fighting secrets. A $60 value, all for free.
Even though I'm a 230-pound police officer, I would not walk the streets without Gracie Combatives.
Best of all, you can preview 3 more lessons automatically each month. No minimum to buy. Cancel anytime. Learn to defeat an opponent of any size quickly and easily.
Bottom line is Gracie Combatives can save your life.
You may never have to use it, but won't you feel better knowing you could?
Sometimes you don't pick the fight picks you. Learn Gracie Combatives. Be ready.
Call now and we'll also send you the Combatives Handbook and Fight Chart. That's 2 DVDs, the handbook and the fight chart. A $75 value, all free.
The Angels have flashed the defense today, and Tyson Auer contributing.
No doubt about it. Watch this. He comes in, his momentum's coming forward, and so he's got a little on the ball, a lot on it, on the fly. Perfect location, right on the plate. Ryan Buddy with no problem. Tyson Auer showing some arm power.
Man. Buddy saying, way to go, young man.
If you do one good thing during a big league game, you've done something, because it's hard. That's how hard the game is. But this kid now, he has a chance to get to lead off, and as he threw out a future Hall of Famer, Jim Thome, who tried to tag up on a sac fly. Nice showing. Now let's see if the kid can hit.
Contreras with the pitch, and Tyson takes up high. And Rex, what's it like to be called up from like an A-ball assignment from the minor league facility where you're playing in front of the big league skipper?
Oh, it's awesome. Even if you don't play, you're happy to be in a big league dugout, but to do something like that and now getting that bat, are you kidding, on TV? It's a great feeling, Fizz. You get in that game, you're a little bit nervous. You know, you can tell by the double ear flaps. Minor leaguers they have to wear the double ear flap, unlike the big leaguers.
It was Tyson's time, his hour of power.
That's right, but he showed a good throwing arm there as he was executed perfectly. Sosha, keep that in mind. Of course, Ron Renicky, he's the outfield instructor. He's got to be pretty pumped, too.
Angels with 12 runs on 16 hits. Auer swings and misses and strikes out. But in the game, Sean Figgins with a pair of hits, a triple and a single. Howie Kendrick had 2 hits. Vlad Guerrero had a sacrifice fly to drive in 1 and a bases loaded double, 4 RBIs today. Tory Hunter with 2 hits. Kendry Morales with another 3-hit game. Gary Matthews Jr. 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and Napoli and Ibar hit home runs, and Ibar went 8 for 8 before an opposing pitcher finally got the mighty Ibar out.
I'm telling you, what a game for Angels fans to watch. And for those fans that had to go to work today, hopefully they T-voted or they put it on tape so they can come home tonight and watch it. Exciting run scoring. Weaver pitched a good game. He went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, a couple runs.
His tourist fouls it back.
We've had a lot of tremendous interviews today. Jay Cutlow, our producer's done a great job, along with John Gonzalez, guys in the truck, man. We had Dino Ebel flashing some signs. We had Tony Regans up here. We talked to Mike Butcher and Bobby Abreu. Just a full day of Halo baseball.
And with 6 today and 162, only 168 to go.
Oh, man. I can't
darn
wait.
it.
It's going to be so exciting this season. We still got tomorrow. We're televising in Mesa against the Cubs, and on Wednesday back here against the Rangers.
His tourist rips it foul.
Meiser Esturis changed his number that we noticed today, Fizz. He's wearing number 13. Last year he wore number 6. So we'll have to get to the bottom of that. But you had a pretty good idea, though, of why he might have changed his number.
Well, it's a very popular number for Venezuelan shortstops. Davy Concepcion was the first I remember wearing number 13. And, of course, Vizquel,
Omar. And then also, how about Luis Aparicio? How about Concepcion?
Ozzie Guillen, number 13.
Davy Concepcion might have wore 13.
Yeah, Davy did. He was the first 13.
We'll make sure to ask him. Here's another young minor leaguer.
It's Brian Walker. Oh, Walker.
Jay, it's like throwing these young minor leaguers a bone. If you're a dog and you love a nice bone, man, these guys are like, oh, wow, I'm going to get a chance to play in a big league game today.
Walker takes outside Contreras in a duel with Bartolo Colon for that final spot in the Chicago White Sox rotation.
Rob Quinlan talking to the manager Mike Scioscia there on the bench. Quinlan's had an exceptional spring. Driving the ball well, being aggressive. But you know, as far as this kid Walker, he'll see his name in the box score tomorrow in the big leagues.
23 years old, out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Went to the University of Arkansas. Last year had a chance to play in his home state because he was with Arkansas for 41 games, the Angels AA affiliate.
Look at that. That'll impress Scioscia. Got him
Walks. Create your own Angels collectible using your favorite photos at the photo store on angelsbaseball.com. It's easy. Just upload your photo, choose from prints, mugs, magnets, and more. Make your own Angels collectible today at angelsbaseball.com. Man, there's so many things you can do in this computer age. Brandon Wood gets to hit again. He struck out swinging against Contreras, so working with that breaking ball. Takes a fastball here, strike one.
You know, getting back to the competition between Contreras and Bartolo Colon, you know, I think Contreras is a little bit further along this spring than Bartolo. Bartolo, he was nursing a kind of a tender arm coming into camp a little bit, and Contreras has an unorthodox delivery. Sidearm, split fingers, fastball, so I wouldn't be surprised if Ozzie Guillen went with Contreras to be his 5th starter.
Wood with a line drive base hit to left field. Anthony Norman will now move to the on-deck circle and pitch for Kendry Morales.
Okay, Brandon Wood making some adjustments, not only this spring, but as Jim Eppert, their minor league hitting coordinator, says, he's been making adjustments the last 3 years. Brandon Wood, in my opinion, he's ready to be a big leaguer. But when you're on a championship team like the Angels, it's tough to crack the lineup or even the 25-man roster. So we're going to wait and see.
And how about Anthony Norman coming through with a base hit up the middle. Coming home is Brian Walker to score his run spring training game in front of the skipper.
Nice piece of hit. There he is. Took a low outside fastball and just drove it right by Contreras. He got himself a big league knock, even though it's a spring training game.
Ron Rodriguez with a fly ball to deep left, and backing up is David Cook. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Well,
sorry, partner. I thought he got it, man.
You almost knocked me out of my seat.
Believe it or not, Angels opening day tickets are still available. For Monday, April 6th, the two-time defending AL West champs will embark on the 2009 season with their sights set on another World Series run. Be sure to arrive early for the spectacular pregame flyover and player introductions. All fans in attendance will also receive a free Angels schedule magnet. Don't miss out on the opening day festivities. Visit angelsbaseball.com or the Angels Stadium box office to purchase your tickets today.
Dear PlayStation, MLB 09 The Show thinks I can't hit the high and inside fastball.
You're going to fix that, right?
Well, Dustin, PlayStation gamers demand the most realistic baseball game ever, so we're just going to keep it as is. It's called integrity.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just polishing my MVP trophy. How many MVPs do you know that can't hit that pitch?
Apart from you?
MLB 09 The Show, the most realistic baseball game ever. Rated E for everyone.
Announcing the Spring Advantage event. Take advantage now and beat the California sales tax increase. Enclave and Acadia, both Consumer Guide Best Buy winners. Pontiac G8, more powerful than a BMW 550i and more fuel efficient. Take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months. That's $5,500 average finance savings. Beat the tax and save a fortune at your Southern California Buick Pontiac GMC dealer.
Fun in the sun in Tempe, Arizona. Angels with a 13-3 lead over the Chicago White Sox. The Angels stay hot. 103 runs now in the last 9 games, including 26. Today, one by Napoli, one by Ibar. Ibar had 8 straight hits, and they finally got him out in the 6th. You got to have your sunscreen. You got to have your shades. Watching big league ball here in Tempe, Arizona. Justin Spire stays in the ball game for the 9th inning.
A lot of offense these fans have enjoyed this afternoon here at Tempe D.
Donnie Lucy batting for the first time, pops it up on the infield.
Week or two. The only innings they did not score were the 1st and the 7th inning. And they almost scored in the 1st. They had Bartolo in trouble. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Vlad hit into inning-ending 5-4-3 double play. Here's Brent Lillibridge. He came on for Alexi Ramirez, who cut his knee sliding into the shin guards of Mike Napoli. Fly ball right. Eisenhower there. 2 out. So the Angels just 1 out away from their 23rd win this spring. I mean, the most wins in spring training since 1993. Florida Marlins in '97 won 26. And in 2002, the year after the Arizona Diamondbacks won the World Championship, they won 23 games. So the Angels could tie that.
That year in '97, the Florida Marlins, they won the World Series, their first ever, with 26. So, hey, look, you fans out there that think it's just spring training, there's some numbers that have proven that they've had great springs, but also have won the World Series. Now, I'm not saying the Angels will, but they have a team that's built to go all the way.
Josh Fields up for the 4th time. He has doubled and singled today. Spire trying to work 2 shutout innings on his hands and fouled off. Justin gave up a double to the first batter he faced, Jim Thome, then struck out David Cook and got Javier Castillo on a fly ball to right field that ended in a double play with Hours' throw home to catch Thome at the plate. Fields will be their 3rd baseman this year.
You know, it's extremely difficult to win a world championship. You know, Philadelphia just won their 2nd this past year in 140 years. It's tough. Angels, they've got 1 in 49. So, but they're ready again. They stay healthy. They'll be a tough contender. Now, we Angels fans have witnessed the last few years them winning their league, well, and then getting eliminated in the 1st round, but they're not the only team that's happened to. Look at the Atlanta Braves. They were in 9 straight postseasons, and they only won 1 World Series. It's not easy. The Cubs the last few years have gotten eliminated in the 1st round. You know, it's just a tough, short 5-game series. It's not easy. It's hard to explain. But if you do get to postseason, you got a chance. And that's what Mike Scioscia says is their goal, to win their league and get to postseason. And that's the start. And then it's a whole nother season, and with all the experience they've gained in the last few years, it should help them.
Fields drives it right center. Our back track. Game over. Angels win their 23rd and continue their best spring ever. Mike Scioscia's ball club beats the Chicago White Sox 13-3. The final score. Home runs by Napoli and Ibar. 4 RBIs from Big Daddy Vladimir Guerrero. Once again, the final score 13-3 Angels. Be sure to join us here again tomorrow as the Angels travel to Mesa to take on the Chicago Cubs at 1 o'clock Pacific time. For my partner Rex Hudler, I'm good day from Tempe. Thanks for watching Angels baseball on Fox Sports West.